It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism.
What he means by pessimism is resistance. And that's what COINTELPRO was all about, stopping the resistance.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change.
We hide it in plain sight. One of Plato's greatest works was the allegory of the cave. I feel in order to understand the political matrix, we need only to look into this allegory. We first have to open our minds to the possibility everything is not as it seems. That things we've always known to be truth may be lies. For if we can't perceive the lies we've ingested, we can't see the bars on our mental conditioning. For that is how you walk out of the cave and see the political matrix. Hello, everybody. This is the Political Matrix. I am one of your hosts, Marcus Young Morpheus Cage, here with my colleague, Miss Voodoo, Miss Lady Teal, and I'm here with a very, very special guest. Before I get into it, we got an interesting, crazy show. And if you guys have questions for Justin, make sure you guys start putting those in there. I'll start starring those, and then we can get to them as we go along. But first, I want to introduce you guys to a young man who I really have a lot of respect for and admire. He is a friend of one of Liz's friends, best friends that she's known for years. He's her son, Justin, and Justin Alonso. And Justin has been very politically engaged from, I remember you being engaged in politics as a teenager. And now he's definitely a grown man. And his transition from being actually a full-fledged member of Turning Point USA to where he is now, I thought that it would be great to always want to have a conversation with him. And I've invited him over in the past before. And I was talking to him not that long ago, and I kind of threw it out there, and he was like, yeah, I would love to do it. And so now we finally found the time where we could coordinate and get him on here. And so I want you guys to give Justin a warm welcome. And Justin, let the people know who you are.
Yeah, so basically, ever since I was a teenager, I've been pretty politically active. I think I was pretty far on the right, and basically my teenage years, I was following Republican politics. I would say probably Republican or libertarian politics, and then it went from me, I guess, seeing Ben Shapiro videos, seeing Charlie Kirk videos, to actually joining Turning Point when I went to college. And I feel like I kind of saw what was happening behind the scenes pretty much. And I would say around COVID, I think the two biggest things were the George Floyd incident and COVID, that just pushed me away completely from the right, because I felt as if, one, with COVID, people weren't trying to, they preferred to. I feel like I seen the right not believing in science, and then with the George Floyd situation, I just seen a lot of people on the right just making fun of the situation. When I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the video, and it's just something sad that happened. And but yeah, I mean, do you guys have any questions for me or about Turning Point, or how it went?
Yeah, I definitely will. I mean, that's kind of interesting because you were still on the right at the time and transitioning at the time of the George Floyd stuff. And I do remember some of the stuff that I saw online coming from people on the right. And I was wondering, like, how much of that did you hear? Was it mostly online, or were you engaging with people who were part of TPUSA, who were like kind of callous things about George Floyd, even at that time, and the early, I guess, BLM stuff.
Yeah, when I seen that, I think when I with the whole George Floyd situation, I think I already left Turning Point, but basically I was still following people on the right. I still had friends on the right, and then when I seen basically them murdered, George Floyd, I seen just a lot of jokes about it, or them saying, "Oh, he technically didn't murder him," and yeah, that was pretty much where I was like, you know what, like they're not even believing in facts, and they're making fun of a death that was really unfortunate. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. And Teal, let me do an audio check real quick. All right, is your audio good?
Yep.
Okay, I saw you hadn't had a little bit of trouble. So, and at any point, Teal, hop in and interject. I was kind of wondering, what was it like when you were first getting into Turning Point, and like in that process of getting into like early right-wing politics? Because like I was telling you the other day, I said when I was around that age, there was no like political commentary online. Like that wasn't really a thing. You only really had like YouTube, and you had like chat rooms and stuff. And most people in the chat rooms were, just trying to, guys trying to holler at girls, and girls trying to, find guys. And that's pretty much it. Or you were getting on YouTube, and you were like music videos or cooking recipes, and, do it yourself kind of projects. And it wasn't really a lot of news and politics. I mean, maybe conspiracy theory things, but the transition of like, how prevalent was it, like when you were in high school? How many of your friends were like into politics, and whether they were going right or left?
Yeah. I would say in high school you did have a lot of people who were interested in politics, but I would say like the way that the right really got like teenagers or just young people to engage is by, what do you call it, like grandstanding and grifting. So they will put out like a lot of videos out there of debating maybe like someone who's on the left or someone who's liberal. And I mean, you've probably seen with all the Turning Point videos, Charlie Kirk would have videos where he's debating college students who are not even necessarily interested in politics, but they probably want to speak about a topic. And he has a lot of gotcha moments. And after you're mass producing a bunch of those videos, and again, Ben Shapiro used to do that, Charlie Kirk, you have a lot of young people that are like, oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe if I start believing this side of politics, no matter what, it's going to be right. It's going to be factual, because you see nothing but a bunch of montages where they're beating people on the left, or yeah. So that's pretty much how I got into the politics. Is just I would start seeing a lot of videos of like debates, and they were always really like videos that were cut out or cropped to just make it seem like the right was winning all the time. And I think I told you the other day, like that's pretty much how I even saw the whole Nick Fuentes movement start. Where when Nick Fuentes started, one time I was doing it was a Turning Point event at UCLA where they invited Donald Trump Jr. And with that event, basically they had that's when Nick Fuentes was kind of starting. I think he was going by the name like Groypers or like Zoomers. And the way that they were getting their views is they were calling themselves like the real conservatives. And they were trying to get like conservatives in that movement to move over. And so I would see like a lot of them show up and kind of like cause a ruckus and like the Turning Point meetings and everything.
Yeah. I was wondering also, like, what was it like? Did you see a lot of your people who were Turning Point USA like start switching over to following like Nick Fuentes, and did you start to see like, was it like people who weren't part of TP USA who started jumping on that bandwagon, or did you start seeing people split off, or people who were just part of like regular mainstream Republicans start, like, where did his coalition like kind of come from?
Yeah, so what was happening, I remember when Nick Fuentes started, mind this was like 2019, and I would say now Nick Fuentes, in a way, he kind of rebranded himself. But I would say in 2019 he was a little more outright racist. And I remember he like, this was my understanding of his views. He basically believed in like big government. He believed in social programs, but only for white people. During that time in 2019, that was kind of what he was like pushing for, and the way that he was kind of getting his views out there is he would send his people to ask, I guess like a lot of like anti-LGBT things, and then he'll be like, look, Turning Point supports the LGBT. We're the real conservatives. Come over to our side. And then they would go by, the name America First. So they would start doing the chant America First to like disrupt the Turning Point meetings. And then you have a bunch of conservatives there that don't even know who Nick Fuentes is. So he would have like the whole crowd screaming America First. That's pretty much how I kind of saw it start. And then I would say up until recently, he's trying to I think like somehow rebrand, where he's not being as outright racist. I mean, he's still racist, but yeah, I mean, he's not being.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed him be. I've definitely noticed even a transition since I kind of start paying attention to what he's been saying. Maybe the past I wouldn't say maybe year, 2 years. I've noticed in this time period like a transition. Sorry, Till, did you want to hop in and say something?
Yeah, so I kind of want to piggyback off of Marcus's question initially, because like you don't really meet many 18, 19, even 20-year-olds that are definitely like politically driven. So like how was your household, you know what I'm saying, during this time? Like, where did you get the fortitude to say, yeah, I'm gonna go politics? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go engineering, I'm not gonna go trade school, I want to do politics.
Yeah, and again, I think the biggest thing was like, if you notice on the right, it's and again, it can be on either side of the political spectrum, but I noticed specifically with the right, it's a lot of grifting. They have a lot of got you moments. So basically, while they were releasing like a lot of videos of like, when I was on the right, I was in high school. I think I was like senior year in high school. And I was following a lot of those videos where it was like a lot of got you moments. And I remember we were having debates in class, and in my head, I wanted to be right. I wanted to show people like, look, like I'm going to beat you in this debate. And that was pretty much it. Like, where seeing all those videos of people winning the debates is kind of what got me on the right, and being like, you know what, I'm really interested in this. I would love to one day probably start a podcast or be involved in politics somehow. And yeah, I mean, as you know, Marcus, my mom is not really into politics.
She's like, no, she does not want to hear us talk politics.
Get that away from me. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty much my household, I feel like we've always been apolitical. We've never been involved in politics. I think it was just, I don't know if it was like a phase or like some type of trend I kind of jumped on, that basically seeing the right winning is what made me like interested in like getting into debates, getting into politics, trying to start a podcast. So yeah,
because I can speak like knowing knowing some of his family, and his mom's not political, his aunt, I mean, his uncle wasn't political, like his brother's not political, your abuela, she's not political. Like, I mean, like nobody like that's like in his close family, that's like maybe somebody extended family, but like most of the family that I would be around of your family, like none of them really, politics wasn't a thing. It was more like family kind of get-togethers, and what's going on in life, and in essence, and try, in fact, maybe more of an effort to avoid talking politics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now with your family, did you was there a lack of support in it, when you did talk about it? And then lastly, my last question, if you can put these two together, is being of an ethnic background and being in this environment, how was your day-to-day, what I'm saying, with Turning Point?
Yeah, well, that's another thing too, is that like I almost felt a disconnect, and the way I feel like the conservative movement tries to get more people to join is to try to push away well, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say that because I feel like they use both. They use identity. They say that they're against identity politics, and then they end up using identity politics. But
Yeah, like Candace Owens.
yeah, exactly. And in the conservative movement, they were kind of. I remember they were pushing for the idea a lot that we're all Americans. We're all like one race. So I remember being like, you know what? Yeah, like I'm an American. Um, Not that I didn't identify like with my Mexican heritage, but I almost felt like they try to get young people into just like conforming into like one movement. And then when I remember joining Turning Point, I just felt out of place there. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really feel as and then I don't know, I would speak to other minorities there, and I feel like their beliefs were a little like too crazy. Because I would have people saying, "Yeah, I believe that we should stop all immigration from coming in, or we should deport all illegal immigrants." And I don't know. I've never had that view of deporting everyone who's undocumented in this country. So I would say that was probably another part of why I started kind of moving away from the right. Yeah, it's also feeling out of place too.
Yeah, because I understand what you're trying to say about how they use race but then try to avoid race. It's we're all on the same team when we're fighting for this, but when they need to use you guys to attack, black people or brown people or whatever, then it's
become a token.
somebody more than happy. Yeah, get on out there and go do that. And
Yeah.
because that's what I noticed in most of like debates and interactions which I had with people who lean to the right, especially people of color who lean to the right. And what I noticed in general, because I really was curious about like your interactions on the right, because I know how much money is sitting over there. For those who don't understand this, it takes a whole lot for you to say, you know what, I'm going to follow my convictions and I'm not going to mess with that. Because I've told this story before, and some people have heard it. And for people who haven't heard it, I'll say it again. When I was married, my ex-wife, her father was big into New York politics. And he wasn't like, he ran for office a couple times and didn't do very well, but he's one of the people who sat behind the scenes helping with people who fund campaigns and lobbyists and stuff like that. And so he was really plugged into the network, and he was like, man, if I can just get you to just switch over to the right, man, I can make you so much money. I can get you involved in this. And it was like, he kind of told me how there's almost like a whole network where if they find somebody who's especially black or brown, who they feel like speaks very well and is very articulate and very sharp on their toes, then they will get them in the circuit and start trying to pump them around to all of these different channels. And next thing you know, you go from virtually being an unknown person to now you're sitting on million subscriber platforms like Ben Shapiro, and you're sitting on the Daily Wire, and you're sitting over here with Candace Owens and Jordan Peterson, and you can just hit all of these places. And the next thing you know, you're on Fox News in like 6 months.
Yeah. When I was in Turning Point, basically my position was I was a campus coordinator. So what the job was is that basically each college campus has their own campus coordinator, and what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to do like chapter meetings, do tabling, and then just getting people to go out to their big events. And like as I said before, I feel like it's a lot of grifting, and I think the end goal for like Turning Point would basically get like a lot of funds from like Republican donors or just people on the right, like big donors. So what they would do is like funnel the money to have like get people to sign up on the email list, get them to go to these events, and basically kind of slowly brainwash people, if that makes sense. The way that we would do it by tabling is we wouldn't outright say, hey, we're Turning Point, we're a far right organization. What we would do is we would go up to people and be like, we're Turning Point, we basically believe in less government because we believe if there's a bigger government, it'll go against your personal liberties. And like, what does that mean, personal liberty? I think it's a buzzword to kind of just get people to sign up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
sounds good.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, that was pretty much what my job was, is just going on to different campuses and just tabling out there, trying to get them to sign up. And then we did have a field representative who would just take me to different campuses to just try to get people who were very apathetic to politics to sign up. And I guess it was just a numbers game. Is the more people you get to sign up, probably the more funds there are for Turning Point. And even with that, like with what is it, like student body, or they would try to funnel money to get people in like the student body.
Here, I'm gonna put this comment back on the screen that Greg asked, but I got somebody who wanted to say hi real quick for you.
I can't see it too well.
It's
Hey Liz.
I figured let me put that one on the screen real quick. But Gregory asked this question. He says, does he remember Gamergate, because it was the gateway to the new atheist movement and then the alt-right?
Gamergate? No, I don't think I remember that. What year was this?
Gregory, when was Gamergate? And then John asked, what's your objectives being in politics?
Like what do you mean, like my goals in politics, or?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know. I would say, like, after leaving Turning Point, I got really interested in I started watching a lot of like secular talk, and specific Kyle Kalinske, and I don't know, I would say I fall more like towards his views now. And basically my objectives for politics is just like I want a better society where we do have like good social programs, like a social safety net, but also, I mean, helping people who are disenfranchised. So yeah, I don't know, like I guess a balanced system where I guess just a balanced system where people are abusing the system, or like minimizing the amount of abuse that is going on in this country right now, especially with war and everything.
I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
Here, I wanted to read this one from Jackie from across the pond. Says, I hear that people in the U.S. are taught to debate and do public speaking right from school age, which doesn't happen in the U.K. unless you go to private school or public schools like Eton or Harrow. I'll answer this real quick, and then I'll give it to you guys. I know for me, I did a class in high school, in fact, that was all about debating. Like we literally would have like a proposal that we would put together, and then we would put out this business plan and go back and forth on why our business plan worked better than another business plan. And then you also have debate also. So I was wondering, like, for you, did you guys have that similar stuff?
For me, honestly, yeah, we did have like a debate club in my high school. There was a few people that were involved. I remember I tried joining it, but it was like a separate school in the same complex. But I don't know. I don't think we really, maybe just like senior year of high school, we would have debate topics and debate each other. But I don't think we were really like trained to debate each other, if that makes sense. At least for me, I wasn't. Yeah.
I was a part of probably a fucking government program for kids, but I noticed that it was a majority of Black kids in this program called AVID. I was in an advanced via individual determination, right? And all that was exactly. You see how I still remember that shit, Marcus? That's insane, because it had to be government and funded. But nevertheless, they would give you prompts, and the whole point of the class was either like hurry up and do your homework for the next class that you didn't do, or read these ugly ass prompts that our teacher would give us, and we would have to debate on the prompts, right? And so she would split your groups up in two. One was not for it, one was for it. And sometimes they were governments, sometimes they weren't, sometimes they were about chicken tenders and candy bars. But I was in Avid for 5 years. So like 7th through 9th grade, I was in Avid. And then I was part of the DECA team and the debate team. So I feel
That's
like
what it was. I was trying to remember. Thank you. It was DECA. Yes,
yeah.
I was part of DECA.
And so I became like the treasurer for DECA, and then like I don't know, it just propelled me into other debatable like clubs. But after like my 10th grade year, debate was an option. It was like an after school club. It wasn't part of school. So like you could sign up for it if you really wanted to really get in somebody's ass, belt to ass in conversation. And you wonder why I'm on a podcast now.
And I don't remember what it stands for at all, so don't ask me, y'all. But I do remember like we would literally have like, okay, a position, and then they would just have us take one side or take the other side of that position. So it was interesting. I don't know. Did you have DECA in school, Justin?
We didn't have DECA. We did have Avid, but yeah, I don't really remember any debates happening. I think the only debates I remember happening was probably for like U.S. government, but yeah, I don't really think, at least for me, we were trained to debate or anything.
Interesting.
Dog, I'm trying to tell you, our Avid teacher was crazy. I'll never forget her. She probably dead now, but shout out Miss Golden. Because that woman would always have us walk in, hand a paper at the door, and was like, go to that desk, go to that desk, go to that desk. This half of the room is doing this part. This half of the room is doing this part. Figure it out. We had lunch in between. So like the first half of the class, I'm trying to do my homework. The second half of the class, I'll do the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, Avid. Ooh, Chow, Justin, Avid. You like that? I saw your face. I was like, oh yeah, she's a government experiment as well. Love it.
Yeah. So I guess that gave a good little introduction. Get you guys familiar with Justin. If you guys have more questions too, definitely hop in. I wanted to move on to this next topic, Project 2025, because right now I just saw a recent interview. I don't know if you guys have either one of you guys seen that recent interview from one of the authors of Project 2025 on C-SPAN?
No, I haven't. Do you have a clip of it?
I don't know if I have the clip, but kind of like a summation of what he was saying is they actually, you know what? Let me see. I'm sure I got it.
I did go through the form that you sent, that Google form of like how far have they gotten in some aspects of Project 2025.
Yeah.
I immediately go to the education aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are wild. Like, I really wish a lot more people really read what the fuck they were going to do in Project 2025.
Oh, I'm going to pull it up, definitely.
But just the subcategories outside of the shit they're touching, and to know they're like 53, 58. I'm a little dyslexic right
53%.
It was like 53%.
Complete. Yeah. Bitch, you can pass with that type of fucking shit on the grading scale they got now for high schoolers. You can pass with a 53.
Man.
Did you know that, Justin? I don't know how far our age difference is, but as a 53 right now, like you can still get a credit for a class in high school with a fucking 53. What the hell?
Yeah, for us, no, it was probably like 60%.
You had to get a D, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
you had to get a D. D's get degrees. That was how you used to be able to say it. D's get degrees.
Wow.
These kids ain't got to do shit, but just show up. It's ridiculous.
It's weird. Like now I can't find like that main portion of the interview, like hardly anywhere. I did watch a video from somebody else. Oh, wait a minute. I do know another way to find it. But let's see, because he was like, the guy was like just having him a good old time. He's just like, actually, let me do this. If I can find his name. I think his name is Richard something. If I can find his name, that might help me find it. Richard what? Heritage Foundation. No, Kevin Roberts. That's his name. I was way off. Interview.
Call him a dick.
Oh. If the shoe fits.
Why you doing that? Hi, Jackie. Hi, John. Hi, Greg. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Thomas. Thomas is here. Hi, Dominique. Hi, everybody. I think I called everybody. Hey, Bulla. And everybody that continues to pop in.
Let's see. So I can't find
doing well, Jackie. I hope the heat hasn't been treacherous across the pond. Hi, Dingo.
I guess this is the closest to it. Can pull this one interview up. Well, it's somebody covering it. The Defiant Lawyers channel was covering it. So let me.
Rocking with our channel now for.
So yeah, let me put that on the screen real quick, and I'll kind of skip through it because this is the only one that I can actually find. Let's see. So it's up on the screen. Let me get to the part. And then I'll mute myself so you guys can hear it.
Is Dr. Kevin Roberts.
Did the president implement Project 2025 in this first year plus of his second term?
Well, thanks for that question, because since 1980, Heritage has been offering presidential transition projects, which we generally call Mandate for Leadership. What's known as Project 2025 was done on such a scale that we proposed 1,913 recommendations. 1,055 as we sit here have been implemented. The person who deserves credit for that is one Donald J. Trump. If we played a role through our policy scholarship, through message testing and helping to craft public opinion upstream of electoral politics, that's great. Heritage exists not to take credit, but to offer great ideas. And so we're excited not only about the progress that's been made with Project 2025, but also excited about the fact that, as we have done since the summer of 1980, every single day, we're preparing for the next election cycle.
What?
Yeah, so that's this man. You see how giddy he is and so excited and so happy about all the stuff that he felt like he's accomplished. It's mind-boggling to me how warped these men's brains work. I don't know anybody's thoughts. Wanted to react on what he said so far while I get up the tracker.
I don't know. I mean, it looks. I mean, it's just like every day. You know what I'm saying? We watch these white people get their dick hard on making somebody else's day hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's like the constant like history of most white Americans is we can't do it just by grabbing ourselves by the bootstraps. No, y'all always got to fucking push somebody else's head underneath the water to get up. So, yeah, I don't like them, but that's just me.
Hey, Mariah.
Weirdo. And I don't trust white men with bald heads. Because how you got all of this and you can't grow no fucking hair? Go grow some hair, bro. Your own goddamn genetics don't like you. Because you still ain't got no hair.
I'm not sure if you're able to still see me. I think I'm having like difficulty with the camera, but with the Heritage Foundation, that's like the same. I think they're the same ones that have like all the big speakers, like conservative speakers, speak, like Ben Shapiro, all of them. Yeah.
And they had the guy back in the day. What was it? Grover? Was it Grover Norquist? If I remember correct, I don't know if I saw his face. I could be certain, but I believe it was Grover Norquist who used to always tell the Republicans to never agree to any kind of tax increases. Yeah, it was Grover Norquist, and he was like, we need to get government small enough so you can drown it in a bathtub and all this stuff. I mean, he wasn't the one who coined that phrase, but he definitely was one of the ones who kept reiterating it. And he also got like what was it, the Paul Ryan budget years back that was really controversial. He was pushing that, and he was part of the Heritage Foundation also.
Okay, what kind of baby abuse slogan is that, though?
Yeah. You want to get his moms to drown it in a bat? I mean, wow. Okay.
Like, what do you do in your pastime? See, that's that shit I be talking about. We need to. What do you do in your pastime? Are you out here drowning kittens?
And another thing in this interview here, a lady actually asked a question. She's like, I was recently just fired, and I'm having all of these problems now because of all the workers that you guys have fired. They fired something, I think, over 350,000 workers who've been fired, and many of them have not found work again. And this guy is so happy. He's like, well, I mean, apologies for how it's happened to you, but we need these people off the government payroll. We can't afford these people, but yet you're pushing for more and more tax cuts that we can't afford. And I know what it is. This guy is happy about it because he's able to deliver these tax cuts to his bosses, and he's able to get more money, because I guarantee you there's all kind of bonuses, incentives that are attached to why these guys are so giddy about doing these things.
Well, my thing is like, but y'all ain't talking about the fact that y'all gave a shit ton of money to the apple juice people, and all they doing is doing counterintelligence on y'all and espionage. So y'all pretty much paid these motherfuckers to watch you and sell your secrets to other motherfuckers. Y'all not giddy about that? Like, because if that's the case, what's old boy that did the WikiLeaks? What's his name?
Julian Assange.
Yeah, let my nigga free.
I think he is finally free though now.
Oh, okay.
But like, it did take forever.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if he's doing the same shit y'all paying Israel to do, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. Y'all done gave out all these tax cuts and all these monies that should be going to people that are actual citizens. Y'all so pressed about who is and who ain't a fucking citizen. But y'all out here got the goddamn, your citizens need the same snaps that y'all just cut off. Man, listen. Don't get me started. You know I'm finna get upset.
Yeah.
We'll say,
keep the powder dry.
Flies. Fuck the ticks. Now we got screwworm flies we got to worry about.
Oh yeah, I saw that the screwworms is already starting to become an issue.
Yeah.
I want to read Chris H's comment here because it's kind of interesting. He says, "Bro, the Jimmy Dore do dissidents, Caleb Maupin left is falling in love with Tucker Carlson, and Carlson is in the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is pushing digital ID via age verification." This is one thing I want to put out there. Please. Just because these people are all criticizing Trump now, do not think they're your buddies or allies. Do not think they're your buddies or allies, because they can call out something that's so freaking obvious that does not. And I get it. Some people are so thirsty for people to agree with them, and for people who have been enemies to possibly become allies. Make sure these people have, test them on more things than that. Don't just give them, the pass on all this horrendous shit that they've been for, all this time. If Trump, if the whole war worked out perfectly fine for Trump, and let's say gas prices were low, many of these people wouldn't be saying a word right now. And if they were able to point Epstein files to Democrats, most of these people would be still rocking with Trump. I don't know. Justin, you trying to say something?
Yeah, no, I guess like my question, I have a question. My question is, obviously, you see like Trump's first term, where, he obviously, I believe that Trump lost against Biden because of again the way he handled COVID, and obviously it's a lot of other things. But when you had like this last election, the honestly the ones that voted for Trump, it was probably I think it was like over 50% of Latino men that actually voted for Trump. And now you have a lot of Hispanics, and I would say it doesn't even matter the race. A lot of people are very, very regretful and very disappointed in voting for Trump, or even giving him a chance. My question is, do you believe that Trump is probably being more outright, like not hiding his overall plan versus his first term?
What I would say is that Trump now has more facilitators around. And so I don't even really believe this is Trump's plan. I just believe Trump is so transactional that for the handful of things that he wants to do, now he doesn't have anybody around to tell him no, or that it's not a good idea. And then for the things that a lot of these other things that are happening, like a lot of this Project 2025 stuff, he's able to just like openly just say, hey, give me this and I give you that. And that's pretty much what it is. He's become so much more openly transactional, and there's less people around to say this is not a good idea, Mr. President, don't do this, or to just outright stop him. I feel like many of these people, because they don't understand a lot of these things, and it's kind of funny, like you brought up COVID as one of the things that kind of made you kind of start looking at TPUSA a little bit differently. A lot of these people in the electorate didn't look at COVID and analyze the economy at all. Like, you have something that is a global thing that stops all of the shipping and shuts down jobs globally. And you don't think that's going to somewhat negatively affect the economy under that president? And so to attribute that, and I'm not trying to give a pass to Biden for the things I disagree with him on, but I'm not going to blame COVID on Biden. I'm not going to blame him for the economy being sucky because of COVID. I mean, and a lot of people who voted for Trump gave Trump a pass because they felt like, well, the economy was better under Trump, without factoring in the pandemic that happened and the lockdowns and the fact that Trump actually, started the lockdowns. Trump was the one who was actually pushing, the vaccines in the first place. And all of that got, flipped over as soon as Biden got elected. I know that when I was in Jacksonville, Florida, during their election, I can't tell you how many Republicans that I knew that probably about 6 months after he had been in office, a year after he'd been in office, were already like, this was a terrible idea. He's horrible. So I watched a lot of people who were rocking with Trump since like 2015, when he first came down those escalators, who saw him get in and then saw it as a bad idea. And then how many extra people who, like, the MAGA coalition of like 2016 is not the same coalition that he won with this time around. I think that they were far less. I think most of the people who were MAGA this time around were far less engaged in what was going on politically. And I think that they didn't take a good understanding of what happened during Trump's first administration, COVID, Biden, the shipping lanes. I don't think they factor any of that stuff in. They just thought gas prices were cheaper under Trump. And it was just very simplistic.
I think people tend to like not pay attention to the last election or the last presidential candidate unless it's not the person that they wanted in office. You get what I'm saying? Like, unless it's the person that was like, if they're not for your, your political party, they're not going to pay attention to it. Because I noticed that too when it came down to like Obama in his second term. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I did it. I'm guilty of it too. Like, I voted Obama in the first go around and was like, woo. But that was also my very first election in life. Okay. So like it was more or less like a pivotal moment like in my household because I had the right, like I could vote. But like during his second election, I don't even know if I voted or not. I can't remember. I think that's when I started writing in Bill Dotrieve and Kanye West. But I didn't give a fuck. Does that make sense? Like if I did vote and I voted for Obama, I didn't pay attention to shit that he said. I just voted for the black guy. And if I didn't vote for Obama, I still didn't listen to shit he said. I just voted for Bill Dotrieve off of King of the Hill and Kanye West. So I don't think, even I'm guilty of it, I don't think people, unless you really in the political game, I don't think people really take heed or pay attention to even the faults that their past candidate that they did vote for has now. Because like, if I knew what he did to Gaddafi, fuck you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Gaddafi ain't bothered nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he probably bothered some people, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm
Believe
saying?
it or not, you can say, you know, Clinton, she's the one who spearheaded that.
I know, and I'm so happy that she didn't get anywhere because fuck her.
Yeah. Like I've come to like I got to the point where for a little while I kind of was going with a lot of the leftist mentality of, you know what, I'm going to vote for this candidate because this is a person who aligns with my viewpoints more. And then I started realizing when you live in a place where it's actually like a purple place where your vote actually makes a difference. When you're in parts of Texas, or you can be in California or New York, you know, certain states which are hardcore blue or hardcore red, yeah, you can afford to do that kind of stuff. But when you're in a purple place, those are the people a lot of times who feels the consequences more. And you know that it was on you to make that choice. And so I don't fault the people who vote lesser two evils anymore, because you're getting one of these evils regardless. And anybody who kind of sits in this mindset of, well, I'm not going to vote for them because of this. Well, you're getting one of them one way or another. So consequences are coming your way. I mean, and it's almost like a position of privilege to feel like I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. And I don't care if this happens. I'm not voting anyway. I don't know, but that's just me. Y'all don't have to agree.
I mean, I'm at a point right now. I don't fault nobody for vote unless you vote for cynical, tyrannical, crazy child pedophiles. I'm gonna look at you weird because you shouldn't be voting for those type of humans. To be honest, we should be rallying together to kind of eliminate them, but that's neither here nor there today. But
I still agree with that, definitely.
Yeah, like we should really instead of coming to the polls to vote, I think we should come to this one tree around the corner and come up with a plan to get rid of these motherfuckers because they're nasty. But outside of that, like I really don't fault people because like even for me as a libertarian, I know my nigga ain't going to the White House right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the person that I really, really want, nigga, why? You know who I'm talking about. You know, crazy Bill Nye the Science Guy looking ass Back to the Future. Why is he not voted in yet? The next time that motherfucker go for election, he gonna die when they find out he actually wins. He gonna die. But I love his raspy voice, Connecticut sounding ass. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Why has he not made it? Is the question. I don't get it. But like that's who I be voting for. But like I know my mans ain't gonna make it. It's either between these two numb knuckles. And it just sucks because like at a point in time, like I've been testing the theories, like does my vote even matter? And you know what I'm saying? Or do y'all even listen to the masses? Because y'all know what we need. Yes, Dominique, twerking to the polls. Twerk for your candidate, like you twerk for Jesus. Like that's where it's at right now.
Oh, I got a question for Justin since we're talking politics right now. Right now, a very impactful thing that's going on in California. And I know some people are like, well, it's California, it doesn't necessarily affect me. Actually, California elections do affect a lot of people across the country. For those that don't know, California, because of such a huge amount of GDP that they have as a state, actually pays a lot of money out for a lot of other states, and we actually keep a lot of other states afloat. And so it does matter the politics that go on sometimes in California. For the mayor's race and for the governor's race, which candidates did you either vote for, or which candidates did you support for mayor? And the additional question B, which ones do you think is going to win?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't vote this time.
Neither did I.
Yeah, and I was very, and I don't know. I was very confused because do you know who Hassan Piker is?
Yeah,
or Hassan Abi. So it's funny, actually, not to go off topic. I've seen him debate Charlie Kirk in person. That was a really fun debate to see. But he talked about it where that he said that he voted for I think he was going to vote for Tom Steyer, and I don't know. I just feel very conflicted because at the same time, I'm not sure if you're familiar with an Instagram page called Fool's Gone Wild, and and there's also a new controversy with that, which apparently the owner is not even Mexican. He's part of the Juice people. So
wow.
yeah. And
first Cars for Kids, now that one.
yeah. So that's another conspiracy, is like they're probably putting out content out there of like glorifying, like, I guess it's like gang lifestyle, when it's not even a Mexican kind of like posting it. So that's a whole nother topic. But supposedly Tom Steyer paid off Fool's Gone Wild because of their influence they have on Hispanics to try to vote. So a lot of Hispanics were just kind of, just felt like Tom Steyer, since he's a billionaire, that he's paying off people. But Hassan Piker said, he's a little more consistent with his views. So I don't know. I really don't know. I feel conflicted. What's your view?
Well, on that one, actually, both of them did that. Javier Becerra and Steyer, they both like AstroTurf campaigns online, put out a whole bunch of money, and then it just went away all of a sudden. Okay. I think how it's going to go as far the governor's race. I don't think Steyer is. I think he's going to narrowly lose, and I think it'll be Steve Hilton, and I think it's going to be Javier. Which is kind of disappointing to me. As much as I would like to see, California get their first, Latino governor, I don't like this guy. I think that he is a complete DNC shill all the way through. Yeah. I think he's too corrupted into the California, politics. And for those who don't know, there's so much money that floats around California politics and so much corruption. And and another thing that's kind of been frustrating to me out here, and it took living out here for me to start kind of feeling this way. And apologies if I frustrate or upset anybody when I say this. It feels like every Latino politician out here feels like their number one and main priority needs to be immigration. And they can't talk about housing. They can't talk about worried about taxes. They can't talk about fixing the roads. They can't talk about, any other thing, Medicare for all possibility. Getting more trains and all this different infrastructure that you can be working on, getting more water reserves and stuff for when the fires are going crazy, making sure that you get more money out to the fire department so they can clean out, this dry brush that's on the side of the roads so it doesn't lead to these massive fires. There's so many other issues that I feel like should be focused on. But what happens typically with a lot of Latino politicians out here is they focus primarily on immigration, when California is already a sanctuary state. It's LA is a sanctuary city. That's not even the issue. That's not a problem that you're having. I mean, when ICE came out here, they got booted out of the state in no time. It's that's not the number one issue that needs to be focused on. I get if you were having this problem and you were responding to a problem, but this is almost like this was an issue in the 80s and 90s more so, maybe early 2000s, and it's just each politician is just kind of going with this same kind of, you know, political strategy. When I feel, can we work on getting more affordable housing in California? How about that? You know, that would be something that would be a lot more important, and it just frustrates me that that's not happening. Which, sorry, I had to vent, everybody, but I just had to get that off my chest. I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on immigration issues and stuff like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but for so many of them who focus, that's like 80% of their goals. I'm just worrying about immigration issues and worrying about fighting Trump. And it's like, Trump is over there. He's not dealing with it. He hopped in here for a photo op for a little bit to go knock some heads and this and that. And let's get a couple of, you know, rounding up people. But you haven't even really had ICE back around here. And if you look at the numbers, they haven't even been rounding people up or taking away people in the numbers, which they're saying, which was their goal. So it's not for you to focus so much energy on this one issue when there's so many problems out here. You know, homelessness, you know, break-ins, you know, it's just a lot. That's all I'm saying. And I just feel like there's not nearly enough energy focused on that. But sorry for going on my little long tangent. I think Becerra is going to win. I think he will be the next governor. And I think the corruption is just going to continue on an even worse scale. I think he's going to be a do-nothing governor. I think he's going to be Gavin Newsom without the charisma.
What? I need him to at least be fine as hell because Gavin had to look. You know what I'm saying?
He's not. Gavin got by for a while because he had charisma until people just like started seeing like, dude, you're so fucking corrupt. You're so full of shit. You'll say Medicare for all, and then once it gets to your desk, you pull a sidebar and then get a couple of Democrats to, you know, to knife the bill. And that's what he does. Oh, yeah, get this popular thing out there. And then when it gets to the point of me signing it across my desk, find a way to kill it. But kill it before it gets there so I don't have to veto it. And it's just stuff that he does like that. It just makes everybody sees through him. On the mayor's side, that young kid, Mahan, I think I would have liked to have seen him possibly become, you know, oh no, was he running for governor? I think I would have liked to have seen him. Steyer, I like what Steyer talks about, but my problem is I have a hard time trusting a billionaire.
That's right with that.
I have a hard time with that. I honestly would prefer Steyer to actually lose and then run in the general, because I think that the Democrats have such crappy options this time around coming up. So he can be better than what I see being put out there. I think Karen Bass is going to win again. I would love to see what's her name, Nithya Raman. I would prefer to see her win by far. I definitely don't want that. What was his name, Spencer Pratt? I definitely don't want that jackass in there. And I'm glad that Bianco did not get close to sniffing the governor's office. So there's my there's my roundup.
Speaking of immigration, did you see that 250 person vessel that got intercepted by the Coast Guard?
No, I didn't see that.
Exactly my fucking point. You know why y'all ain't see it? Because it was 240 fucking Haitians on a goddamn boat, and the Coast Guard is using that as like an illegal immigration, like no, and they're gonna be like, don't try to come in that country like this. Don't do that. And the first thing I thought about was, God damn it, y'all couldn't just leave the cap at 200. Y'all had to just bring them extra 40 motherfucking bodies. Well, nobody even see y'all.
Oh, but
don't get us started on Asians. Go ahead and run it up.
That'll come around. That'll come around.
I'm ready
because
It's
we
your
will
ass, baby.
we will talk about and I already knew Chominique was going to definitely want to talk about that. Don't worry, we'll talk about the Rick Chow thing. But let me pull up that tracker, that Project 2025 tracker, because I remember, and those who watch the show, do y'all remember when I kept trying to bring this up and somebody kept acting like, you ain't got to worry about Project 2025. Oh, they're always worried about it. It's no big deal.
Was that the person that used to be on our show?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. It gave me a little PTSD. My eyes started twitching a little bit. I was about to say, oh, I think I know exactly who the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, he kept poo-pooing it all. So here's right here. This is the Project 2025 tracker. This right here shows right here the overall progress. In what, a year and some change, it's at 53%. That is literally more, because this Project 2025 has been more stuff put on it than when they first did the initial ones under Reagan. And Reagan accomplished a good amount of it, but just because of the sheer size of the Project 2025 in comparison to the one that they did during Reagan's term, Trump would have already done 3 times what Reagan did. But let's get down to some of the stuff that's actually in here. So, on defense,
sorry.
Reduce U.S. force posture in Europe. That was one of their goals. Weaken federal employee unions. Let's see. Rescind policy of Office of Refugee Resettlement to provide abortion access to pregnant, unaccompanied immigrant youth. That's a weird one, but that's something they had on their list. EPA established a system with an appropriate deadline to update 2009 endangerment finding. This one had to do with like certain animals that are on the endangerment list. That this basically led to about how they were going to deal with certain endangered animals on certain lands and things like that.
And fuck all of that, because isn't Ivanka about to create a fucking resort on a fucking protected beach? So what the fuck y'all give a fuck about the rest of them goddamn bugs and plants and animals and shit for?
Let's see. For NIH, they end or limit fetal stem cell research.
They trying to do it for themselves. That's why they don't want it to be able to be mass produced for regular people. This is really, if you really just said everything and put not for poor people at the end of it, that's pretty much what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to stop the search of stem cell research for poor people. Like, we're going to stop student loan repayment plans for poor people. We're going to prevent the VA from covering abortion services for poor people. Just keep adding that to the end of it. That's what Project 25 is.
You just mentioned that one. That's literally this one right here. Prevent VA from covering abortion services.
For poor people. Because you poor if you need the VA, because you're a poor person. Like, don't get me started on that, bro. You know how I feel about veterans.
This one, eliminate Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy or reduce its fundings.
For poor people.
Well, that's a giveaway to the oil companies. So they're not threatened with competition.
And because people got solar power to save on their solar bills, to save on their electricity bills, because they're poor, nigga. We need savings. The regular people need savings, and that's what we are now. Regular people are poor people. There is no more middle class. We all in the same little.
Check out this one.
Suit.
Eliminate the Office of Grid Deployment. You know what that's in regards to? That's in regards to helping the power grids throughout the country. So that would actually lead towards people's energy prices going down with working on the grid. Strengthen relations with Saudi Arabia was on there, which that didn't work. Expand energy exploration and extraction in Alaska. That has to help with the oil companies. In housing first policies, so that goes against housing and urban development. Let's see, rescind the equity and IDA, individuals with disability education regulations. So that if your kids have disabilities, that ends some of the funding to help disabled kids go to school. I mean, just some of the stuff that they have in here is just ridiculous. Reverse the Inflation Reduction Act, expansion of the IRS. Elevate the Office of Space Commerce. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going into it. I'm just like naming some of these stuff out so, you know, we can kind of get a gist of it. Provide robust accommodations for religious employees.
And Marcus, am I wrong? But didn't Trump, like, when they asked him about Project 2025, he kind of brushed it off during his
yes,
like he brushed it off saying, "Oh no, this is not. I'm not a part of this. This is like basically saying like he doesn't even know what that is. Like he doesn't."
Yeah, he acted like he had no clue.
Yeah.
Which technically that might be true because I think Trump is dumb enough that he might not know what it actually is. But I guarantee you somebody's went to him and said, this is what that is. And he completely backed away and pretended like he didn't know that half of his staff actually are part of the people who worked on it. Russell Vought, one of his main people, worked on this also. So that's one of the people who's implementing this stuff. Stop federal funding of NPR and PBS.
Because it's poor people fucking TV.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, everything on this fucking list, you can either put it in parentheses, poor people, or make it a compound fucking sentence and say, because of poor people, for poor people. Because what? NPR, that's free fucking radio. They tell you how to do shit so that you don't have to depend on the government. They teach you what to plant. Like, if you ever really have time, I got old parents, okay? My dad was born in 58. His birthday is today, okay? Him and Prince shared the same birthday. Happy birthday, Prince. Happy birthday, my dad. He has been listening to NPR since I was a child. So I've always known the little weird shows that they fucking tell you. So I'm really good at Jeopardy. I grew up on PBS. Free fucking TV, free Sesame Street, free Mr. Rogers, all the cool shit. After fucking kids shows go off, you know what comes up? How to fucking garden, nigga. How to fucking go outside and teach your kid how to do some cool shit for free. This was before Bob Vila and shit. They teach you how to make a birdhouse and build the fucking front deck at the same episode. Like, the fuck? Poor people learning how to not depend on the government. Cut that shit. Cut all that shit. Make poor people even poorer. That's all I keep reading. The whole thing, Marcus. I went through the whole fucking thing, bro. And that's
it's wild. Yeah, this one, promote fertility awareness-based methods as opposed to contraception for family planning. So they're paying money to try to encourage people to have babies and cut contraceptives.
Now, this is where I get into my conspiracy theory bag. And Justin, you can stop me at any point in time because I know you have a conservative viewpoint. But here's when I get my tinfoil hat the fuck on, okay?
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would y'all sit here and try to promote people having children that once they get here, y'all don't want to fucking help with? In the same breath that you're going to sit here and put money into a fund for motherfuckers to keep the kid, y'all are taking away money from the funds that keep that fucking kid alive. So how can you take Wick away, but tell me you want me to have this crumb snatcher? That makes no fucking sense to me. So then it makes me think, like, okay, are y'all about to be in the class of baby snatchers? Because, like, if I can't keep my kid well fed, what will y'all do? Y'all gonna call CPS. If I happen to be an illegal immigrant, this is two parts to this. If I happen to be an illegal immigrant and I come here for sanctuary and I have a child here, y'all gonna separate me from my kid and put my kid in foster care. Boom. If I can't take care of this motherfucker because I can't get SNAP or WICs, y'all gonna take my kid, boom, put it in foster care. And now my child is gonna be a statistic as well as susceptible to y'all rich fucks coming to fucking diddle my baby. So what the fuck are y'all really doing? Are y'all just creating a baby fund right now? Are y'all creating the fucking mass population of children that will get yoked the fuck up later on in life and never heard of again? Is this where y'all getting that weird ass stem cell research that was 2-3 fucking ticks above this motherfucker right here? Because where you getting this stem cell shit from? Because I know y'all keeping it running for the rich folks.
Yep.
Because this is just a list of shit that we not giving po niggas no more.
Yep,
Lesson protection for marine life. Why?
To add on to that, what you were saying, because this fits perfectly. Restrict low-income heat and energy assistance program.
So now I can't even keep the heat on in this bitch for the kid that you made me keep. Impose Medicaid work requirements. Bitch, I'm disabled. How can I work? I ain't got no hands.
Yeah. Don't worry, they even hate the animals too. Lessen protections for marine life.
Because they don't want us talking to dolphins, Marcus. They don't want poor people to start talking to dolphins, and then the dolphins tell the poor people, hey, these motherfuckers trying to kill y'all. Just saying. Because they're trying to kill us, and we're dolphins, and we know.
Reduce federal incentives for states to expand Medicaid coverage. Oh, wow. Check out this one here. Increase USCIS fee and implement fee for asylum applications. Make it harder for people who have legitimate asylum cases to get away from that.
Away from it, yeah.
So you're like, nope, try that shit in Canada, I guess.
Something, Marcus, I always talk to my friends about is like in other countries, it's crazy how like in the US, you know how we have basically, we have a two-party system, and I've noticed like there's certain issues that either get labeled into like the left or the right, and one issue like that is like universal health care, and I've noticed in other countries you have conservatives, you have liberals, or you have, you know, left wing or right wing in other countries, and the universal health care is not even a debated issue. It's not even something considered that is like right wing, left wing. It's just, it's, you know what I mean? Like it's seen as like a as just simply like a social safety net or something. Yeah. So I don't know. That's something that just really interests me about U.S. politics, is how I feel like we're controlled to kind of just debate on certain issues. Yeah.
America's the only first world country that doesn't have a national healthcare system.
Yeah.
We're the only one. I mean, Great Britain is trying to, the right wing there is trying to get rid of theirs and make it more for pay. But they still have it. I mean, and the same thing with like Canada, Germany, like we can go across the board, Italy, France, like all of them have some form of a healthcare system.
Yeah.
And ours is like, no, you can literally just go die on the side of the street if you don't have enough money.
Yeah. Well, I remember one time I was out of state and I got like really sick. Like, I think I just got like a really bad flu. Nothing was working. I went into the hospital for them to inject. I swear it was just ibuprofen and
ginger ale.
And what did you say, ginger ale?
Yeah, all you need is a little ibuprofen, ginger ale, and some Vicks Vapor Rub. You be all right.
No, they put an IV and ibuprofen, and I felt better. I felt amazing after. And then there they go, sending a bill for $2,000 for the 15 minutes I spent in the hospital. So I don't know. I don't understand where they even get these numbers, but yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, Dominique was saying Mexico has has the IMMS and ISSTE healthcare. And then Chris H was saying that in Canada, the right wing is trying to take it away also, and the centrist liberals don't really try to fix it well. I mean, even the little bit that they do here, the centrist liberals aren't trying to fix that either.
No. Hashtag Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That's
I mean, let me see if I can copy this, and I'm gonna put this in the chat for everybody. Let's see. Oh, I can get it over where do I have it at? Here, let me grab it out of my let's see, copy. And let me put this into the chat for you all. That way we'll move on to the next topic. But I want you guys to all take a look at this and check this thing out for those who haven't checked it out. This is the Project 2025 tracker. So here I'm gonna drop this down real quick, and then we'll hop off of that topic. But yeah, I always thought it was interesting also, and I try to explain this to people because there are many things that are put as right wing and left wing in this country that once you get outside of the U.S., that's not how these things are labeled. For instance, when you start talking religion is normally not a right or a left wing thing in a lot of countries, because people on the right and left are both very religious.
Yeah.
You know, especially you go through like Latin America, for instance, where you have a heavy like Catholic and Christian kind of you know, belief system, and that's on the right and the left. You know,
well, there's something interesting with that too. Like in July, a year ago, in July, I went to Guatemala, and I remember I noticed every corner there was a Pentecostal or like evangelist church.
Hallelujah.
And everywhere I would go in Guatemala, I remember looking up and I would see just a bunch of Israel flags all over. And like I remember wondering, like, what is the reason for this? Like, what is, you know, I didn't understand why every corner had a Pentecostal church, had an evangelist church, when these tend to be like Catholic countries. Well, I did my research and found out that there was actually a point in time where the CIA was funding like evangelists to go down to Central America, basically because the Catholics during that time were very pro-revolutionary. They were very pro-communist party, and in order to kind of like water down the system, they just started pumping money to have evangelists go down there. So that's another thing that I found really interesting, like that the CIA still, in a way, created some type of influence in these like very, very poor countries.
Well, yeah, everybody always thinks of the hard power side of the CIA, whether that is a color revolution or whether that is running a coup and like assassinating leaders. But they don't think of the soft power of changing the hearts and minds of people and getting in and influencing people to, hey, these people are actually your enemies instead of these people. And I know a lot of that got pushed, well, various different things, but one of the bigger ones, which I noticed, having to do with Che Guevara, because he was going throughout South America, and he was starting, you know, revolutions in all of these different countries to start to push more of a communist, you know, Marxist type, you know, viewpoint. And because of the deep poverty in a lot of these countries, he was getting a lot of, you know, support.
Yeah.
And that's where, you know, they were able to go after him. I mean, they prefer to have the Pinochets in power who are brutal right-wing leaders. I mean, it's the same thing with like with Bukele down there. So they like these guys like that, these strong men who beat up their people and throw everybody in prison. As long as it, you know, they'll let the United States give a free reign and trade freely and or go in their country and steal resources, just like you have down there with Javier Milei.
Yeah. That was another thing too. I don't know if you remember during I think it was during the campaign. Trump was criticizing Bukele for saying that he didn't fix his immigration problem, that he didn't throw him in jail. The reason why El Salvador is now doing better is because all the illegal immigrants went to the U.S.
Oh yeah,
and I remember Bukele, and he stood quiet about that, and I'm like, I don't know. I just think, like, how does anyone even believe, like, these statements, these false statements that are being said? And then you have Bukele, who's just staying quiet because obviously he's a show for the right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he knew that there was going to be a big deal, that he can be able to make more money off of doing what he's doing. And the thing about it is, there's nothing that he's doing under Trump that's different than what he's been doing before. He's been, he's been like locking people up with no charges, just throwing anybody in there. He's been doing like mass assassinations. Like, he's literally lines people up and just, all right, I think you're a criminal. All right, you get the death penalty.
Well, even now, even this haircut I got, I have a taper right now. It's considered illegal over there in El Salvador, so they're really controlling things down there.
A taper is illegal? That's insane.
Yeah, because they look at you as gang affiliated.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, how does he feel about that Catholic priest that says that demons, aliens ain't nothing but demons?
It says, Jacqueline put, even the Dems in the U.S. come across as pretty conservative. There's not much difference between the Democratic Party in the U.S. and the conservative and Labor parties in the U.K.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've definitely noticed that for a fact. I would 1000% agree. A liberal Democrat over here, Nancy Pelosi, is no different than a conservative MP in the UK. I mean, Chuck Schumer, all of them would fit perfectly in with the so-called far right in UK. The only thing that would separate is some of the social stuff that they might be believing in. I mean, actually, even on the immigration stuff that you have with like the Tommy Robinsons and all that, they would just tell him to kind of tone down the language, but they would still support the policies, you know, that they're pushing for. That's the only thing. The Democrats who are in charge here in the country, who have the power, they are mostly tone policing and, let's be kinder and friendlier while we're kicking you out of the country.
Yeah.
So we will not talk about Argentinians. We're not going into them. They are the possibly my least favorite country to even think about in South America. It's like, no, I don't even engage with them. I just act like that country don't even exist down there until they change their mind. I mean, I'll talk about them, of course, but nope, we're not engaging with them too much. So I know that I see Chow Monique has been definitely in the chat, and she's been chomping at the bit to talk about this. Did you guys hear about let's see, what was his name? Rick Chow? And was it the kid's name was Belmont?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Till help me remember the kid's name.
With Ricky Chow?
Yeah.
The guy's name was Ricky Chow. Rick Chow, 61. He shot
Cyrus Carmack Belton. Yeah, and so I got a video. Let me grab this video. I'm sorry I haven't been preparing the videos like I normally would. But there was a video that I shared in our group chat. Where's that? Okay, so Let me share this. Come on. Where's that? All right, share, copy link. And so I wanted to cover, because we already know kind of what's happening. And Till, can you I guess can you go into it and give them a breakdown while I send this video over?
Yeah, so pretty much the intro to Don't Be a Menace.
Wait, what was that?
I said pretty much the intro to Don't Be a Menace is like happening in real life. A young man goes into a Asian corner store. The Asian corner store owner, Ricky Chow, pretty much profiles him upon arrival. The boy does not steal anything. He does not take anything. He is accused of taking.
I can't hear too well.
Can you hear me, Marcus?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. He proceeds.
Okay. Wait, you want me to give the breakdown?
Huh?
Oh, Till's doing it. She got it.
Oh, okay. For some reason I can't hear her. I don't know why.
Oh no, Justin. We're gonna fix that. So Ricky Chow proceeds to profile this young gentleman in reference to feeling as if he is stealing. He's stealing a bottle of water. He proceeds to say that he's not doing so. He then leaves the establishment, and these people chase him down over a couple of bottles of water, and shoots him in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the main thing I really want everybody to hear, is the shooting in the back. Okay, we've watched so many cops get off by shooting assailants in the back. And then we've seen so many people not get off by shooting people in the back. You can tell the difference in complexion as to why some get off and some don't. But long story short, the store owner, whom was not in threat, it was not nowhere, shape, form, or fashion does a video ever show this man in fear of his life. He was just in fear of losing $1, which kind of gives it apple juice vibes anyway. But he shoots this young black man in the back, kills him, and gets off. Long story short.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Or were you gonna say something, Justin? You can hop in.
No, I just joined again. Now I could hear. Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm pulling up a video that I wanted to
show.
Oh,
thank you, John. And they claimed he had a gun on him. Didn't have a gun on him.
So what exactly happened? Because I heard two things. I heard. Oh, sorry.
Here.
Go ahead, Justin. Ask your question real quick.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask because they said that when they chased him down that he never showed the gun. I think he was killed. Yeah, he was killed, and they never saw any gun on him. And then I seen another report saying that he did have a gun, but he never flashed it. Nothing. So what is the truth, or what it's?
Yeah, his son is the one who said that he saw a gun. I do not believe. I don't believe that he actually fired a gun or anything. But I think
he did.
But they said that he pointed. Here's a quick video I found. Did a really good job of kind of being impartial the best you can in a situation like this. And this always goes back to one thing that I say, which you see in all of these cases. It all depends on how they charge. And this is one of those situations where I felt that the charges were the wrong charges. And whenever you file the wrong charges, you give yourself an extremely hard burden to try to prove. So here, let me play this real quick.
Chow shot Cyrus Carmack Belton in the back after chasing him from his Columbia convenience store. Carmack Belton was black, and the case was treated as a racially motivated shooting by prosecutors.
Prosecutors said Chow acted in anger because he wrongly thought the teen had stolen 4 bottles of water from the store.
Now, I wanted to stop this real quick, and I want to give some context also before the next video that I want to play after this. This store owner is known to have a lot of back and forth fights with teenagers in his store that he believes that are stealing from him. And he's went viral multiple times for not only attacking kids and hitting kids, but for shooting at kids. Just wanted to put that out there.
They argued that Carmack Belton had a pistol, but that it fell to the ground when he was running, and it wasn't used to threaten anyone. A defense lawyer said that Chow fired to defend his son only after the teen pointed a gun at him.
All right, so we're going to bring in our chief legal analyst, Kali Frodes, to talk about this. This happened 3 years ago. Obviously, a lot of pain here with the verdict for both families. What do you make of the verdict, especially given that the suspect was running away and he was shot in the back?
130 yards is how far that man chased him before he shot him in the back. Let's start with a number of things. I would echo your opinion that I remember when this happened 3 years ago. I remember the visuals and the pain.
And I want to pause this because I know some of our people, maybe they don't use yards, but 130 yards is a football as a whole entire, American football field, and another 30% of it. So this is a very, very long way away that he shot this kid. I mean, in all honesty, a lot of people wouldn't be able to make a shot from 130 yards away. It's a really long shot, especially with a handgun.
And folks who were crying then, just like they were crying in the courtroom yesterday on both sides of the families. And so I'd say that this was excellent lawyering on the defense side, and a couple of hurdles early on that I could see from watching the trial. This is the best part of jury trials on the state level, is that you get an opportunity to watch. You can see the video, not like in federal court where you're just hearing about it, you're writing notes about it, you're listening to what other people say if you're not there, but you can actually watch the trial. And so I watched closing of both prosecutor and state, and most trial prep, trial strategy, trial skills would teach you to tell a story. And both of them, I think, did an excellent job, both prosecutor and defense, of trying to tell a story. And while doing that, to try to paint a picture. Prosecutors painting a picture, and this is one of the best closings I've seen, where he has a water bottle there, and he talks about, well, can you put a price on a human being's life? And he said, well, is it the cost of this water bottle? And he draws on the board at $1. And leaves it up there. And that visual is going to stick with the jury. It's going to say, I'm looking at this $1 the whole time while you're talking, and I'm attempting, and he did a great job of attempting to connect that $1 to this kid's life, and it was excellently drawn out and well-crafted storytelling. On the other side, defense was extremely well-crafted, very, very well-spoken in terms of his ability to convey, not just with words, but body language. Sometimes he sat down, sometimes he got up, extremely demonstrative, and even talked about, hey, I see that dollar up there. My team said, hey, you want to take that dollar down? He said, no, I can use it and I can explain. And he told this story about how when he was a kid, this guy on the radio would tell stories, and he think you already knew all the details. He'd wait to the end and say, hey, now I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. And he did that yesterday, and he told the rest of the story, as he said, and walked them through hey, if this guy did what the prosecutor said, yes, he deserves to go to jail. Matter of fact, he deserves to go to hell. I will take it a further step and say, but he was defending his son because they didn't tell you the rest of the story and unpacked it. Again, excellent lawyering. I as a student of the profession, enjoyed watching those folks do their job there.
So many of these outcomes, like Andy said, are controversial. Mm-hmm. It's painful. Almost no one really wins on either side. But when you look at this case, as you just described, both parties doing really a good job in court. Why do you think he was found not guilty? What was the key there that you think? Because from the outside, when you look at it, you're thinking, well, surely he'll be found guilty.
Overcharged, shouldn't have been murder. Probably at the very minimum, or at the very best, should have been manslaughter charge. And I suspect, because I've been in that.
And that's where I wanted to stop it there. That's what I was waiting on. That key point. If they would have went for manslaughter charges, this man would probably be going to prison for probably the rest of his natural life. If they would have charged manslaughter, because it would have been a lot easier to prove manslaughter than first-degree murder. First-degree murder means you have to prove that this man planned and intended, premeditated, that he wanted to kill this kid. And first-degree murder is already tough to prove. And especially it's at night. He's believing that his son is in danger, and his son is telling him that there's a gun. All of those variables, and then with whoever's on the jury, it's a high bar to pass because you have to prove first-degree murder without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it has to be clear as day, and this is why I think that this was badly charged, and this is why he got off. Should have been manslaughter, but since you already tried him for this, and it's under first-degree murder, you can't try him again for this same crime because that would fall against the double jeopardy. Yep. See, and this happens over and over and over. People go for first-degree murder, when a lot of times you need to be looking at second-degree murder or manslaughter. But sorry, going ahead. Y'all want to hop in?
Street justice. I vote for street justice.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I still think the dude is a piece of shit, and dude, I don't care if you thought the kid was turned around and dude, you could have ducked behind something. You could have got down. You did not have to, shoot to kill. Oh no, Justin, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think we talked about this the other day too. Is like a lot of times, even when you see like in domestic violence cases where the partner gets murdered, sometimes the attorneys will try to use the defense argument that it was temporary insanity, or like what do you call, like a crime of passion, where for a split second you go crazy, and they try to lessen the sentence to like a manslaughter or something. So yeah, I agree. I think it was the charges were wrong. I think that's why he got off on this, and also it's just over a water bottle, it's crazy. Most stores, most convenience stores, or even just like Walmart's, the security won't even go after the people because, first of all, it's not even worth the owner losing their life over chasing a water bottle or some like cheap merchandise. But obviously this seemed like just something out of pure hatred.
Also, think about this: when you're running down the street, you and your son chasing a kid because he supposedly has a couple of water bottles. Who's watching your store when other people could just walk right in there and take whatever, and probably did take things?
Yeah. But so my understanding, did he shoot from 130 yards, or he chased him down for 130 yards?
No, he chased him and then shot from that far.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the football field again, and I don't even know who can. Yeah, I mean that's like a lot to run and to shoot. So,
well, more than likely, what he did, I don't know how many rounds that he fired, but more than likely, he just sprayed. He fired, pow, 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 in that general direction.
Yeah.
And if you fire enough shots down range, I mean, you can hit. I mean, but still, that's still a tough shot from that far away.
Yeah.
I would say that this guy probably goes to the range on a regular. I mean, that's the only way. Or it was just either unlucky that he hit him, or lucky that he hit him, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, Gregory is true. He brought up the point. The justice system overcharges to get plea deals to avoid trial. That is true. But this is why you hit them with multiple charges. There's no law that said that they couldn't have tried him for first degree and manslaughter.
Thank you. He should have got one of them.
At least first degree and second degree. Or you could have went first degree, second degree, attempted murder. I mean, well, you can't do attempted murder since he died, but I would have did voluntary manslaughter all day long. There's no way, because I would have knew that dude, there's no way he was about to plea bargain his way out of that. No way he was plea bargaining that, because if you would have looked at his history, the fact that he had multiple encounters with fighting people over stealing in his store, and the fact that he shot at multiple other teenagers, it showed me that this dude was he would have talked to his lawyers and used that as, this was my reasoning in this situation. I've had multiple times that they've stolen from me. I've had multiple times they fought me and I was defending myself. And this is just another self-defense case. So there's no way I saw. And the fact that he hadn't been arrested before, there was no way that was going to happen. Nothing was going to happen to him. There was no way that he was going to plead guilty, because normally, people who will plead, take the plea bargain, it's people who feel like, for one, they got a bad lawyer. They have a bad lawyer and they don't think they can beat the case. And a lot of times the store owner is not getting a cheap old lawyer. Also, his lawyer is going to tell him, no, with what we got, stay the course. So I'm gonna drop this video off, and I got one other video to show to kind of follow up on this one. It's a reaction channel that I really enjoy, and I definitely recommend that you guys check out his content if you aren't familiar with his content. But I was unable to find the original video. Basically, to set this up, a lot of the people felt like since he got acquitted of the charges, he got released, that they want to boycott his business in particular. Well, this Asian guy online decided to get very offended and upset by that, and went on this rant that went pretty viral. So let me pull up. I was only able to find the rant through people's reactions. And so you guys are not familiar with this channel. This is Ricardo Ignacio. And he does real good talking about race issues and things like that. So I'm gonna push play on this and y'all check it out.
Exactly, Carmody.
Take your ass back home. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods. We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely.
I had to stop in the middle of his rant because that tells me one thing. It tells me he's from a bigger city, because a lot of Asian people in a lot of Midwest towns, you don't have a Chinatown and Koreatown in a lot of cities. You only have that in the LAs, the New Yorks, maybe certain parts of San Francisco. You have these in these big cities, but most of the rest of the country, you don't have no Chinatown and no Koreatown. You don't have any of that. But another thing is, boycotting a store is not the same as boycotting a manufacturer. So he's not very bright. But here, I'll let him finish his rant and let Ricardo respond to him too.
Barely speak English, and you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people.
By the way, this guy is making this video as a response to the black community reacting to the Chinese guy that unalived the 14-year-old kid that allegedly stole the bottle of water, ran away, and got pew-pewed in his back, but a Chinese store owner that chased him. My thing is this: whenever the Latino community or lack thereof does something, performs something that is deemed anti-black, that is considered an attack against the black community, I don't think that the way to handle that is to dare black people to boycott us. Because the way that this guy is coming across is, oh, little black kid was unalived by Chinese. So what? Oh, y'all gonna boycott us because of it? Oh, I don't care. Go ahead. Matter of fact, I dare. Y'all use so much of our product, I dare you. Let's face it. Everything that you have that's created your culture and or the tools that you've acquired, that you've utilized to create Black culture was by using our work, whether it's your shoes, your clothing, as he says, your microphone, anything and everything that you utilize to create your culture was made in Asia. So what this sounds like more than anything is y'all think you can boycott us, but you can't. Too much of our product is being utilized by your people. And when a people has this much confidence and or attitude about the sentiment, then they don't ever feel like they have to apologize if they do something wrong against your community. And what there is to learn from this is a people only apologize to you when they believe that your boycotting will actually hurt them. But in this particular case, you can't boycott us, even if you tried. Too much of our product is used on an everyday basis by your community. You cannot boycott us no matter what. And there's something very important to learn here, is that when a people apologize to another community, it's not because they feel sorry for the harm that they've caused your community. It's more because, oh no, we can't afford those people to stop giving us their money. So let's apologize. It's not a matter of, you know what we've done is wrong. This is dehumanizing. This is degrading towards those people, towards their community. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of their boycotting is going to affect us severely. Let's apologize. But in this particular case, these people can't boycott us even if they wanted to. All of our hair product businesses are in their communities, are in their neighborhoods. We plant them there. All the hair product stores, hair salons, Asian restaurants, and basically everything that he named. When they first migrate to this country, literally, whether it's Koreans, Vietnamese, people of African countries, Middle Eastern countries, Hispanic countries, they come to Black American communities. And when they establish a business, they plant it in those Black neighborhoods to make money off of Black people, the same people that they discriminate against. I made a video, I think last year.
I want to stop it there because, you know, Ricardo was making some strong points, and I know I watched the whole video. He was about to start getting down. Here, I muted you real quick, Justin, but here, I unmuted you there. But yeah, I'll leave it open to you and Till. What's your thoughts on just the whole thing, what the Asian guy was saying, and some of the stuff that Ricardo was saying in response to him?
Yeah, I think, I mean, to start off, I don't know. I don't see the whole, correlation why he's, well, was he defending? He wasn't defending, right? The kid getting shot, right? He was like more upset that people are going to start boycotting Asian stores, correct?
Well, see, Justin, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He never even he really just kind of skipped over.
It just went on a
the
rant.
fact of this 14-year-old kid that's been killed.
Yeah.
And just jump to the being offended because they're going to boycott one Chinese store, one guy.
Yeah.
They want to, and so he turned it into a whole black people versus all Asians.
Yeah.
As a whole, where it's like, I know the Asian community. There's plenty of Koreans that don't like Chinese don't like Indian. Don't try to play this "we are the world" Asian thing, because I know all Asians don't rock with each other. And he tried to play that game, and then there's a lot of Asians who are like, "Yo, y'all are Asian over there in America. You don't have nothing to do with what's going on over here in China or Vietnam or Cambodia or Philippines or wherever."
Yeah, and that was like another thing he said. Like he was saying that that like the mic that you use or like the Jordans, and I think there's a difference from like a manufactured company from Asia that's like providing these, but then you actually have like Asians in like these communities, or like nail salons,
Well, how come
little
the
small
Asians
convenience
can't
stores.
do Asian nigga shit then? And go not in? Why y'all got to be in the hood?
Yeah.
Why y'all redlined to lived in the hood? How about that? You ever thought about that, Asia? Why y'all can't go? Why y'all not doing this shit in the Hamptons? I don't see Tops China in the Hamptons. I don't see Ling Ling's nail salon in the fucking Hamptons. I don't see Rico Child's fucking corner store selling vapes and $1 bottles of water in the fucking Hamptons. How about that? Go move y'all stores over there then. How about that? Get out of our hoods. How about that? Oh, because y'all wouldn't have nowhere to fucking go? Because I promise you, no diss, Justin, I promise you the fools ain't about to let you be on their motherfucking block. I put that on everything I love. They not.
Yeah.
The essays ain't gonna let you what? No, they not gonna let you be over there. We let y'all be in our spaces. They need to not forget that. But they have forgotten that. And I feel like we need to remind them that they are in our spaces. They are next to our children, next to our schools. They don't get to go to the AAA schools and shit like that. I never walked outside of any school that I had to go to in college and seen them niggas. No. Y'all shit is sanctioned in the fucking hood. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these businesses, I mean, they're small businesses. They're little nail salons, little convenience stores. Yeah, I mean, like they're not like the way the guy was trying to frame it is that, like, you know, you need Asians, but because of Jordans, the Nikes, or whatever, or the mic, when like a majority of these are they're just small businesses. Yeah, I mean, so like a lot of these small businesses need to be in the hood, or need to, you know, they need the community to help out their store.
Yeah, I'm like, your mom and pop business is not the same. You're not Sony, you know. You're not Honda. I mean, chill out, dude. You have nothing to do with, like, you know, the People's Republic or China or Korea. You don't have nothing with, you know, what's that big one? You're not hanging with Jack Ma or nothing. That's not, you're not doing that. I mean, you need to calm down. You're not over there. You're not over there running a superconductor, you know. That's not what you're doing. And so, and that's the thing. Black people didn't say nothing about boycotting everything Asian. No, but I honestly feel these Asian nail salons, I can't tell you how many black women, actually, I'm not even gonna say black women, I'm saying just women in general, of black, white, you know, Latinos who have went into these shops and have complained about these Asians, whatever, talking shit about them, playing around with the prices on them, trying to overcharge, getting attitudes with them. And I'm like, that's for one, all these little Asian nail shops should be boycotted. I do not. I refuse to buy anything out of a hair place that's owned by Asians. You can say however you want to, but if you're selling black people stuff, I'm going to try to look for a black person. I'm not trying to buy that from an Asian person, and I don't consider it racism. Now, if I'm coming to you for Chinese food, cool. I'm coming to you for your stuff, but why sit there? I definitely damn sure ain't going looking for Asian barbershops to get my hair cut. I mean, so why would I worry about going to their products? They're not the ones who make these products. They're just opening the store, selling it to us, and having an attitude. I mean, and then like some of the stuff he's saying, like he's talking about like a lot of these gas stations in the Midwest where I grew up. Most of the gas stations, if they were owned by a immigrant, most of that was owned by Arabs. So it wasn't like I know on the West Coast, there's a lot of Koreans own a lot of these things, but honestly, in the Midwest, there's not even that many Koreans you ever run into. That's not so. I mean, and I would probably bet more than anything by the way he talking. I bet you old boy is probably Korean because they tend to be some of the most racist of the Asians.
And they mouthy as a bitch. They got some of the most fucking mouth. Koreans have the most fucking mouth ever. They have more mouth than Japanese and Chinese. I've only gotten into arguments with Korean fucking people. I be talking my shit to their goddamn asses. I'll be saying shit that YouTube wouldn't even allow me to say that type of shit that I be saying to their asses. But yes, it's Koreans. My step grandmother's Korean. You feel me? And so like she got a mouth on her, bro. Sonny, Song Young Suk, I love her to death. She got a fucking mouth on her, bro. She's always had a mouth on her. But that's how Koreans are. I give Japanese, they are probably the quietest, in my opinion. I think Chinese sits in between both of those. But I feel that the Japanese culture, they be the quietest, non-problematic, the most like secret racist motherfuckers ever. But them fucking Koreans, man. Between the nail salon and the goddamn laundry, them motherfuckers will tell you quick if you fucked up, and you might not even be wrong. They still gonna tell you fucked up. And like you were saying, Marcus, how it's only like in the Midwest, you don't really see a lot of Asians taking over. It's honestly on the border states, like Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That whole section of states that are correlated, like on the same line as New York, going east to west, Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Illinois, like that whole Route 70 and up, they got Asians. The whole West Coast, they got Asians. The whole bottom South, it's literally the border. Just make a circle around everything but the Midwest, and it's nothing but Asians. New York, DC, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, all of that, Asians. That Gulf Delta, Asians. Not to be funny, but any place that a boat can touch, Asians. For real, for real. They don't come inland. They do not travel as far inland as most people may think. They don't. Maybe up and down the Mississippi River to excurting like cities on the Mississippi. But as far as everything else, fuck no. Them Asians is on the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, in the Gulf, in the North by Canada. That's it. And so I can see his point of, I don't see his point of view. I can see where he has some gumption and got a little bass in his voice because he's speaking for these outside areas that do have a tendency to have an influx of Asians in the direct connection of things. You feel me? Because like where I currently live, we only got about, I think we talked about it before. When I went to school, we had like 4 Asians. When I graduated in my graduating class, them same 4 or 5 Asians, maybe we got up to 8, but that was it. We knew all of them by hand, counted on one hand, like how many Asians we had. Same things for the Arabs. Now, today, oh, there's a shit ton of them here. Ton of them. And their parents do own this spot. They own that spot, XYZ. Yeah. And they only in the hood.
Yeah, and I well, we typically had, like I said, like mostly that I was mostly seeing is we had mostly Arabs. Most of the Arabs, they were running gas stations. They were, the small little motels. If it wasn't, some mom and pop white family, most of the time it was Arabs. More than likely Arabs or Indians. And then like laundromats. A lot of the times, Arabs or Indians or white people. That was the majority of the time, except for in some predominantly black areas, it might be a black family. But we had still a decent amount of Asians in a lot of places I've been in the Midwest and where I grew up, but it was primarily just Chinese. Now, the Chinese did own some nail shops and some and hair stores, but they weren't like this dude talking about, oh, we got Koreatown and Chinatown. No, you don't. Not where I grew up. It's not that many. But yeah, here, let me unmute you. Are you about to say something, Just?
No, nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, Chamonix, she's talking about that's why I want to move to Miami. Now that I think about it, in Miami, I don't really remember a heavy. I don't remember him being as mouthy like that in Miami. It's kind of weird. Like Miami, I think you have like more Japanese, but Japanese like by way of like Brazil. It's kind of weird. So you got Japanese, but like they're like Japanese Brazilians, or they're like Japanese from like Texas or something. And then you do have you do have a lot of Filipinos. When I was in Florida, that would be, honestly, from what I saw, that would be the majority. Asian group would be Filipino in Florida. Let's see. Now onto the other case. I didn't have a video pulled up for this one, but the whole Karmelo Anthony case. Till, did you want to give a synopsis of that one?
I don't know. Because the racist in me, I know I got a little racism in me. I'm like, man, fuck them. We even now. But on another note, on a political matrix note, apparently there was an altercation between two persons who have differing complexions.
Well, hey, Till. Well, how about this? You just lay it out. You lay it out plain first, and then go to fuck them. All right.
Okay. White boy, black boy getting an altercation. You feel me? White boy and black boy keep arguing. Black boy shanks up the white boy. Point blank, period. Black or white. Literally. Okay. Now they saying that the black boy pretty much antagonized him to start this confrontation in the first place, thus giving him the grounds to say it was self-defense of stabbing this white boy. And now they're trying to prove that this is not self-defense, that this is, in fact, would be considered first-degree murder, that being premeditated in a sense, and then antagonizing the person in which that would be able to continue to get out, the act. Me, fuck them, we even. Sandra Bland. All the other little babies, Trey Marv, all of the babies that's been murdered in cold blood. Now we even. Now y'all know what it feel like. Shit. That's where I'm at with it. God damn it. Eye for an eye. Old school rules. Shit. I'm just
Justin,
at that point. I'm tired. It's tiresome.
I hear you. Justin, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I would say, well, from my understanding of what happened is I think he was sitting on a bench, correct? I think it was like a rainy day. Yeah. And then the white dude came up to him, and there was some sort of confrontation, and then he stabbed him in the neck with I
think it was the stomach.
What was it?
I think it was the stomach.
Oh, his stomach. Yeah, with the cleat. What was it called?
It was just like a foldable knife.
Yeah. But
a little
honestly,
pocket knife.
Yeah. I think we talked about it the other day, and yeah, I think I looked into it. I think you're right. I think they're charging. There's a chance he might get off on this because they're charging him wrong
because of overcharging.
They're overcharging. Yeah.
Now, if they would have just did for manslaughter, Karmelo would probably be done.
Yeah,
but
because I don't think. Yeah, because I don't think Karmelo. I don't think he, went in there with the intent to stab a white boy. I don't think that was his intent at all. Again, I think this was probably a case of just some bullying that happened, and he snapped at that moment. So I don't know. I think there's a chance he probably might get off on this.
Yep, especially like I had to really look at it and think about it because the way that their tents are different than like the tents I had in track. Like for those who don't understand what we're talking about, because we're talking about tents and we're talking about bleachers. Basically on the bleachers, they just put like a pop-up tent on the bleachers. And so that team would kind of sit in their area. But it's basically the bleachers. So like say you were sitting on the back row of it right next to a kid who's from another team, that's not a big deal. I've heard some people try to say, oh, well, it could have been a rival school and this. It's track and field.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people ran track, but I ran track. And track is not competitive like that. You're mostly walking around talking to each other most of the track meet. You're talking to other schools, you're meeting new people. Like, hey man, that was a good run, this and that, or you're that's what you're doing most of the meet. You're walking around looking at, oh, their school's kind of cool, and that's what you're doing. You're not like this real heavy territorial, like this is our area, stay the fuck away. That's not really how the whole track energy is. And I'm even talking about like, I remember we had like pop-up tents. Some of them would be on the field. Sometimes they have them in the stadiums. And some of the pop-up tents I'm talking about are not just the ones that just have the cover over like the ones which they had there to kind of block from the rain. We had some of the bigger ones that it tarped all the way around, and kids from other schools still went in there and talked, and it was never really a problem. And the fact that he was going there already knowing another kid, and he was talking to a friend that was in there, it showed that he wasn't going there for anything nefarious. Also, if he really just wanted to kill another kid, why would you only stab them one time and run away?
Run away, yeah.
You would probably stab them multiple times if your goal was to kill them. Karmelo Anthony also, the kid is much smaller than this Autin kid. And from some of the reports which I read, both of the twin brothers who were probably double this kid's size were both pushing him and hitting him. They even said, some accounts said that there were more kids. So if you got one kid that's double your size already is enough to deal with. And then you bring him and his twin brother. So now you're fighting 2-on-1, kids that are bigger than you, and possibility of having 3 and 4 other kids. It would make sense that you would reach for your pocket knife and defend it. And it's not so strange that a kid would have a pocket knife on him. You could have that pocket knife for many things that don't have to do with doing harm to somebody. I've had times where you have wardrobe malfunction and something gets kind of snagged or whatever. You might pull out your little pocket knife to cut it off. I mean, there could have been various reasons why this kid had a pocket knife. He could have used it because he's picking stuff out of his cleats when he runs. I've done that before where I've gotten rocks and gravel and stuff stuck in my cleats, and now I needed to get that out, and I kept a little pocket knife or something. That's not weird or out of the ordinary for a kid to have a pocket knife on them. And it's just a matter of, the question I have is, they said, I heard one people talk about the tape that they saw was kind of tough to really make out. And then I heard other people say that there's one which is much clearer. I've also heard that the brother of Autin said that he tried to do first aid on his brother immediately and all that. And then there's counter reports that say he did not, that nobody attempted first aid on this kid until a teacher came in right before medics came in to help him. And so if somebody would have been trying to help him, then it's a possibility he could have survived. I think it's a tragedy anytime any of these kids die, teenagers, white or black. But another thing, like, in closing on this, I'll say one thing that I heard Amazing Lucas say, and I think it's the best advice. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
There was no reason you could have said, yo, get out of our section. And he could have said, fuck you, do whatever. You come down here, I'll beat your ass. He could have said whatever. You could have been like, yo, teacher, this kid, coach, get this kid out of our section. And left it at that. But you decided to walk down there and be Mr. Tough Guy and put hands on somebody. And now you escalated the situation, and then the situation got escalated on top of that.
Yeah.
We got to be more conscious about our decisions. And I guarantee you, if you look more into this kid, and I know it's not right to talk about this kid because he's passed on, but I guarantee you, if you look into it, you're probably going to find that this kid is a bully. You're probably going to find that he picks on people all the time and pushes them around. And that's why he thought he can do it in this case. Sadly, this time it went very, very wrong. But keep your fucking hands to yourself. That simple. I don't know, Till, you got anything else you want to rant? Because I know I love your rants.
Man, listen. First off,
let us have it.
First off, yeah, little white boy and your boys, y'all need to learn how to mind the business that pay you. Because at times, y'all might not need to be in nigga business, and that turned into some nigga business real quick. Okay, y'all didn't have to act crazy to that boy, and I can only imagine because I live in an area where we do have racist cities surrounding our cities. I was just talking about Carrollton and Poquoson beforehand. They come to our city popping that shit, be in the stands yelling niggas. Their parents be in the stands yelling nigga. You know, it's crazy how in 2026, even back in 2009, these parents and these kids were all racist and shit. But you want to know what else they was doing? Getting that ass handed to them because we was mopping their asses up and packing them out. Okay, your son acting crazy, packing them out. To Nilo, I can't show my face right now because if y'all Google about a superintendent that's under fire because of her husband's podcast, just same rules, same vibes. Hopefully in a couple of months I will be able to show my face again, but we need to get out of war and out of Israel's pockets before I can really come up here. But back to the thing. White boy, ain't nobody asked you to carry that little weird ass hatred that your daddy got for black people in your heart to distract me at the end of the day. I'm just letting y'all know we are not our grandparents' kids. Or maybe we are our grandparents' kids because maybe we are the descendants of the motherfucking slaves that fought, but you will get mopped the fuck up these days, okay? These kids ain't playing fair no more. These YNs got switches on shit that shouldn't have switches. Okay, best believe that. Y'all need to mind the business that pay you. If I see too many YNs walk in the store with some hoodies on in 93-degree weather, you know what I'm doing? Exiting the store because I already know it ain't gonna end well for me. I ain't even ready for that type of vibe. So if you can't read the room, my guy, and you decide to act all big and bad, and you ended up getting knocked the fuck down, it is what the fuck it is at this point. It really is. Now, I might have misspoke and say, you know what I'm saying, it was premeditated, but in a sense, if you or him or whatever have you, and there's been past beefs or past encounters at these track meets, and you still on that same type of time and you still want to jump frog, then baby, unfortunately, we've been the frogger you when you've had to be flat. That's all it is. But like at the end of the day, mind the business that pays you. Marcus is gonna tell you keep your hands to yourself. I'm gonna tell you I'm blue in the face to mind the business that pays you. I've been telling everybody to do that. The government can't seem to listen to me. So let's start small. But that right there is crazy to me that you got poked up one time and that was the end of your days. And I bet you as you were slipping into the neithers, you was like, damn, I could have just shut the fuck up. Yeah, you could have just shut the fuck up. And that sucks that might be your last thought, that maybe if I just shut the fuck up and minded my business, I'd still be breathing right now and wouldn't be poked the fuck up. So I hope he gets off like Ricky Chow, since Ricky Chow got off. I think any person that gets off and people don't feel happy about it, they need to go and fight at the UFC dome that's at the White House. So Ricky Chow versus oh boy, what's his name? Karmelo Anthony. Boom. That's a good match right there.
I think his business is about to be cooked anyway. So.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, he's in South Carolina. That shit is beyond cooked. I'm fitting to go down to Ricky Chow's shop, and I'm about to steal 4 bottles of water and stand outside and wait for him. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right down to South Carolina next month. I'm going to walk in that bitch. I'm going to be like, you Ricky Chow? Sound just like Rush Hour, too. You Ricky Chow? As soon as he say yeah, I'm going to knock all his shit on the floor. I'm going to take 4 bottles of water and stand outside.
Yeah, you Juntao's little brother.
Exactly.
Oh, Chris H. A switch is a burner.
Oh, a switch. What is a switch? Okay, so a switch is a plastic piece that you can add to your said semi-automatic handgun. A Glock, usually a Glock and or anything that does not already have a safety. So you can get a SIG without a safety. You get usually it's a Glock 1911 or a 9mm or a Sky. They don't have safeties either. I don't know why I'm giving out this type of information to the world, but yes, those.
Well, a switch just makes your semi go to full.
It goes to full automatic, and when I tell you they got some upgrades on that bad boy, that shit'll go in a heartbeat. And I'm talking about an extended clip. That could be a whole 32, and that shit is gone in 3.2 seconds. Now you can light Ricky Chow up. Jesus.
That reminds me of that Ludacris verse. He said, I got some bananas for you niggas, and I ain't talking about fruit.
I'm saying, but if you put a banana on a 9 right now, you can put a drum on that bitch. That bitch is done. It's gonna sound like a Mac 11. You can turn a 9mm into a Mac 11 with one piece of plastic. That's
so we're very gun proficient around here.
We really are.
That's one of the things I do miss about being in Florida with my guns. I mean, granted, I can get guns out here, but I mean, it's just so much easier with, I mean, the paperwork is so much easier. It's so many more ranges around that you can go to real quick. Outdoor ranges, indoor ranges.
Yeah, I was gonna say like something I noticed about these two cases, like the what is it, Rick Chow, right, and
Yeah.
Karmelo Anthony.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just it reminds me even like of like the whole George Zimmerman and where they're just doing too much. Yeah, I mean, they're just like you have where with Carmelo Anthony, he was obviously getting bullied, and then you have the whole Rick Chow where he's chasing him and trying to stop him and killing him, and it just seems just in these cases these people they're just doing too much in a situation that could have been avoided or yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No. You hit on one right there. Talking about they just doing too much. I mean, it's the same thing with George Zimmerman. The cops are telling him, stop following him. Leave this kid alone.
Yeah.
And now you get yourself into a situation because you're following this kid. I mean, it's the same thing with the Ahmaud Arbery situation. Why are you following this dude around? And you're getting guns and all this shit. What you're no longer law enforcement. What are you doing? I mean, the Daniel Penny situation. Why are you choking this dude out till he dies? What that you're doing too much. I mean, you can do the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. You decide to leave cross state lines with your weapon to go and worry about protecting somebody else's property who's an hour or so away from you. Why are you over in these people's business?
And not only that, but him being even a kid, like
yeah.
I
don't know how you get away with that because he should have never been. He put himself in this situation, and this is what I would say all the time. I haven't done one in a while, a cop video that we review because like I've reviewed like cop videos, like the graphic ones, and I think YouTube has gotten a lot more sensitive on that now.
Yeah,
but you're breaking it down step by step, and a lot of these situations that you see these cops getting into, bad spacing. If you keep proper spacing, you're able to hey, slow up.
Yeah.
But when you're getting too close, now you're allowing somebody to, possibly get in a situation where you can tussle around with them. Or you're getting in a situation with like the Renee Good situation where you're in the wrong spot. That's the reason why you're even in a situation where you try to pull your gun. People just doing too much sometimes. Back the hell off, follow procedure, and you wouldn't be in a lot of these situations would alleviate if people use a little bit more common sense and got out of their emotions and pride in the moment. I know that Ricky Chow, he got in the mindset of, I ain't gonna let no more of these bleeps steal from me no more. And so I'm gonna chase him down. I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna citizen arrest him. And then your son yells out gun when he didn't see a gun, and now you've just taken a kid's life. You're doing too damn
over a water
much.
bottle.
Yep, over a fucking water bottle. That
It reminds
you already
me of-
know that you're insured on that.
Yeah, it reminds me of I don't know if you remember this case. This was what, like maybe 2017, remember Philando Castillo?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Told him I got a gun on me. I have a concealed weapons permit. Nigga goes, show me your gun. He goes to show the gun and he clapped him. What?
Yeah. And to me, I mean, that was when I feel like YouTube was showing a little more of these cases, and you've seen exactly what happened, like from start to finish. The girlfriend, I don't know if she was live streaming or recording it, but
Yeah, she was recording. She was in the car.
yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these times it's just people just doing too much. Like they're either not minding their own business or they're just overstepping when they shouldn't be. You know what I mean? And someone loses their life.
I mean, so many times the Chud the Builder situation. It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
You going around fucking with people.
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before it turns a situation where now they're throwing hands back at you. Well, but I guess his situation is a little bit differently because I feel his was premeditated. His was the one situation out of all these that I felt he went out there intentionally looking for somebody to shoot. I mean, he shot the boy. I don't know. They say that he shot him. I haven't heard the full accounts, but they say 7 times. And I'm like, how many times did he actually shoot?
Yeah.
Or did he shoot 7 times, or did he actually shoot? You know, I can't remember the guy's name, but did he actually shoot him 7 times? And on top of shooting himself. And so, well, I think Chud the Builder is about to be cooked, though. I think that's a case where
he met the right judge because that judge.
Well, they charged him. They charged everything correctly. Attempted murder. Was it unlawful use of a firearm? Dude, he got hit with so many. Think about, even if he gets, let's say for instance, he wins on the attempted murder. Do you know if he got convicted on the other 2 things, on the minimums alone, he would get more than 30 years? That's what I'm saying. If he got hit with all of those charges and got convicted on just the minimums, mandatory minimums, he's looking at 90 years in prison.
Yeah. And then I heard that supposedly that they're what is it, that card, the gambling site Duel, that they were gonna pay his bail because I guess a lot of people were funding him, and I think the court, they're keeping him from using his own money to.
Yeah, the gifts and go. They said he can't use it.
Yeah,
and then tell where it's coming from.
Well, they're not going to allow that money from that gambling thing either.
Oh, they're not going to allow Duel to pay it out.
Nope, because the money that they said from Duel, they said it looked shady, and so
they can't prove where it's coming from. They can't prove the source. That's what it was.
Yeah, they said that it looks like the money's coming from nefarious means, and so they believe the money could be coming from money laundering. It could be coming from illegal crimes. And the fact of the way Duel is structured, it's actually illegal in a lot of countries. So they're like, if it's illegal in our country, we can't take money that you've gotten illegally to get somebody out of court in a legal matter.
Yeah. And then, and the crazy part is, I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to pay that bail because usually, what is it? Usually when it's a percentage, right?
If you can put down, well,
but I think they're making him pay the full.
In his case, I think he's gonna have to pay the full to get out because he had multiple other bonds going on at the same time. So he can't bond out on the 10%. He got to pay the whole thing. And the way that will work through the bonds companies is that money would have to be either one person would have to be able to come up with all that money, or he would have to find a way to pay a certain chunk and then get at least a couple, like what's his name? Alex Rosen was going to put up 100,000. They said that no, you'd have to get at least, what is it, like 8 more bond companies.
Yeah.
And the bond companies in the area already said that they're not working with him.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to have somebody to give you a cool million. And I do not.
I don't think anyone's gonna give that up.
Now, granted, that million that you put up, since you're paying the full amount, you're able to get that full million back when you pay a full amount. But
who
I wouldn't want. Huh?
Who want to do that? Who want to put up that much type of money for him? He a flight risk too.
Yeah, he's definitely a flight risk. He had tickets to Istanbul, where he was supposed to fly out of town like a couple of days after this. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he was about to fly out.
Because I think that his goal was he was planning on shooting somebody. He was going to bond out and then dip out the country.
Yeah. Look what John Kemper said. He
Mhm.
said he didn't take any water bottle. That's true. I forgot in,
Yeah.
in the video he never actually.
No.
I think he put the water
He
bottle
was
back. Right?
accused of taking.
He was yeah, and he put the water bottle back. So he never even stole a water bottle.
No.
No.
That never stopped the races before.
Yeah. But
Like
even
Till
then,
was saying, that's the
Yeah.
beginning of Don't Be a Menace, because that's what Don't Be a Menace was about. Him accusing him
Menace
and
to society and don't be a menace. Menace to society. Because when he said, "What you say about my mama?" Clap
I
the
feel
motherfuckers
I
on
feel
your
so
dick.
sorry for your mother. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta leave people alone, man. Leave people alone. You never know how close somebody is to snapping around you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to a very fun topic, which led to the meme that I put up in one of the blocks. Let's see, which one do I have here? So it says the 2027 National Defense Authorization Appropriations provision seeks sweeping U.S.-Israel defense tech integration. A provision tucked into the House Armed Service Committee draft version of the fiscal year 2027 defense policy bill could move the U.S.-Israel military relationship beyond traditional aid and into a far deeper form of defense industrial integration. Section 224 of the drafted National Defense, there it is, Authorization Act. The United States Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative will require the Defense Secretary to designate an executive agent to coordinate U.S. Israel defense technology research, development, testing, evaluation, integration, and industrial cooperation. It specifically describes the provision as covering bilateral defense technology work, integration, and industrial cooperation. Supporters view the proposal as a way to strengthen cooperation between two long-time security partners, while critics argue it would move the relationship beyond the traditional military aid and into a far deeper system of defense industrial integration that would be harder for Congress, taxpayer, and even further administrations to monitor or unwind. The U.S. and Israel jointly struck Iran on February 28th, leading to the opening war in the Middle East that has enveloped multiple nations. Ben Freeman, director of Democratizing Foreign Policy Program at the Quincy Institute, warned in Responsible Statecraft that Congress quietly moves to integrate U.S. and Israeli militaries, adding that the pressure could intertwine the two countries' military sectors at a level not previously seen in any U.S. allyship. Whew. What are your thoughts on this one? Because I do not like this at all.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on. I think Justin got to slide out before we get off of this time. Before I get on.
Oh, you got to run.
You got to run, Justin.
Yeah, I gotta go. But
Here,
yeah, I
let
want to
me
say, I
drop
mean, if
this
you guys,
down. Let me drop this down to let you talk. There we go.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, I wanna come on the next calls and everything. But I mean, if you guys ever have any questions for me, I mean, feel free to always ask. Maybe I can go even deeper next time on to like
Who killed
some other
Charlie
things
Kirk?
that fell with Turning Point. What was that?
Who killed Charlie Kirk?
Oh, who killed? I mean, that I don't know. I can only talk about my experience with him, like me meeting him. But who I think killed Charlie Kirk, I think it was the Juice people.
I forgot, but I
Yeah.
got to ask you this question. To what level? Because I asked you this off camera, and I want to get this on the record.
Yeah.
What do you think, Erica Kirk's involvement with Charlie Kirk from the beginning up to the end is, and what do you think her angle is now involved in TPUSA?
I met Charlie Kirk a few times. He was nothing but nice to me. He was really nice to me. Do I believe that he stood for what he believed in? That I truly think so. I think for a while, obviously, I think no matter what he did have to grift. But I think towards the very end, he was kind of realizing that Israel, they were just pushing too hard on Turning Point, and I truly think that's the reason why he was taken out. As far as with Erica Kirk, I never worked with her directly. I had people in the organization that told me that she was the worst person to work with. That she was really she was an asshole. She was horrible to work with. Probably one of the rudest people. And the thing is, Erica Kirk wasn't even with Charlie Kirk. She was actually with someone else in Turning Point. All of a sudden, I think they broke up, and then it just got announced that Charlie Kirk was with her. So people were surprised because obviously she was doing it to move up the ladder or the political ladder. But where do I think, honestly, where do I think Turning Point is going now? Honestly, I really don't know, because I think a majority of people, and I would say even a lot of people on the right, are opening their eyes too to seeing that how much Israel is involved in our government. So I think when I was in Turning Point, when we used to do the tabling and everything, I remember randomly they would tell us, hey, put these signs up for Israel, talk about Israel. And I remember I would think why are we even focused on Israel? They haven't this is the U.S. Yeah, I mean, I thought we were supposed to be about U.S. politics and everything. So I never had those signs up. I always found it weird. But I think the end goal for Erica Kirk, I don't know, for Erica Kirk or for whoever's behind all this, was to have Charlie Kirk killed, and then she steps up and just continues the organization with being pro-Israel. Yeah, I mean. Now, where I think it's going, I don't know. I see a lot of people really being against her, from both the left, the right, and I think a lot of people found that Drewski skit really funny. So,
definitely.
so I don't see her having a lot of support. You know what I mean?
I hear you there.
Yeah.
Oh man! Again, I want to say, much appreciation. I'm so glad that we finally got you on the show. And I definitely look forward to, you already know, you got an open invitation, man. Anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
And so I just have to hit you up, see whenever you got the free time, and we'll set this up and get you back on here. And anything that you want to bring on, or where it's something that you've been looking at, you're like, you know what, I think I want to, come on the show and talk about this. And you want to bring a topic on, yeah, man, anytime, man, just reach out to me. I mean, you got my number.
Good. Yeah, and I mean, if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I mean, I can answer just basically what I experienced there at Turning Point.
Let everybody know how to get a hold of you. Don't give your phone number out on here, but let everybody know your socials.
Yeah. Well, my Instagram, it's just_0113. You can follow me there, or even reach out to my email. It's Maurice, Maurice Alonso 254@gmail.com.
All right, you guys get that? All right, cool. And if you guys forget that, just say, hey, Marcus, how do we get a hold of Justin? And I'll reach out to him for you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Marcus.
All right. Hey, make sure you tell your brother I said what's up too.
I'll let him know. All right. Thank you.
And then I'll probably take a couple of clips out of here for you, and that way, if you want to share them on your Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you.
All righty, brother. Yeah,
right,
much
bye,
appreciation. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Justin.
Yeah, that was fun. I was glad to have him on here.
Me too. All right, back to this foolishness talk about the government doing weird nigga shit. Okay, how the fuck are they gonna say anything about connecting and being cahoots with
Mhm.
Israel when they got us on our when they got the threat level through the fucking roof because of Israel. Does that make sense? That's like
Mm.
saying, hey, we know you cheating.
Mhm.
We know the side bitch you cheating with, but we gonna bring her
Mhm.
in and we all gonna have a polyamorous relationship. What? As a nigga that's cheating, bitch, I don't want my side bitch and my wife being friends. That's the whole point of having a side bitch. That's crazy to me. But that's like your wife is saying, yeah, man, we finna bring the side bitch in. What? What? What do you mean we're bringing the side bitch in? Yeah, we finna bring the side bitch in. And it's my twin sister. Dun, dun, dun. Or it's like this. It's like dudes having a fake relationship with the side bitch via Tinder, and the whole time he don't know he talking to his wife.
Oh, it's
That's
been a
what
lot of
it
that
is.
happening lately.
That's what it is, though. That's exactly what it is. It's like, boom, he think he having this emotional connection with a side bitch that's gonna tell him she gonna make all his wildest dreams come true. Come to find out, they go to the link up. Dun dun dun. It's your wife, and it's been your wife this whole time.
See, I don't like it for the main reason that I think that it's just, if you already know, like in one of the other stories that I have up, let me put the other story that I have up on the screen right now. Because you got that going
Y'all
on.
know I have the wildest analogies. Chris H in the comments saying Tio's the wildest, and everybody giggling. But it's the truth, though. If I got to break it down, the lane was turned so my homies can catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even start running yet, and I need y'all to catch up. So, boom. If you sit here looking at the bigger scheme of things, first off, we already in this whole pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got that main prostitute that's about to snitch to your wife. Hey, I've been fucking your husband for the last 3 years. And you like, hold up, bitch, let me give you a little bit extra money. But then you come to find out that your wife is the pimp the whole time. And she getting the money from the prostitute to pay for the same bills you already put money on.
See, check this stuff out. Check this out right here, too.
Yeah,
At the
I put
same
that one in
time,
the chat. Yeah, that's the one I read today.
at the same time, got this one Till sent me over, because how are you trying to do an act to team up together and integrate when Pentagon just raises threat level of Israeli spying on U.S. to highest levels? So that's why I put in the thumbnail, like, Netanyahu is basically trying to give Trump the Trojan horse, and Trump's like, hey, bring that pretty horse in for me. It's like, dude, the Pentagon is trying to tell you these motherfuckers are spying on you. And the moment you do this act, you are going to tie them to our military in a way that's it's one thing if it was, okay, we're going to share tank information and we'll send you weapons and stuff. No. They're tying in at the cyber level, meaning they will have not only intel information on all our equipment, basically nothing we have basically be secret anymore, because they are full of hackers. You're going to let people who are spying on us just give them open doorway to spy even more and to hack into our systems.
But then, Marcus, off of that, boom, we done gave them that much, right? Okay, I'm just gonna end off where you at. I'm gonna pick it up and then turn around and let Israel say, "You want to know something? We don't even want to fuck with y'all no more." Whoa! Oh, you done gave out all my secrets, and now we about to get back to that relationship shit. So now I like stuff in my butt, and now you finna leave me and probably tell the rest of the world how America likes stuff in their butt.
Well, here's another thing. It's worse than that.
It
it's
really
worse.
is, but I was just trying to keep it PG.
Yeah, but okay. It's like this. It's like, I'm to try to use your analogies. I'm about to mess this up horribly. This is about to go really wrong, but I'm gonna try to use one of Teal's analogies. All right. Say you got two lesbians, and the one lesbian is trying to bring another lesbian in. Well, now she didn't went and got her strap, and she just using it around town on everybody.
And
that's the possibility. That's the possibility that Israel could do. They get into our system, they could start launching our weapons
and putting our name on it. And now everybody out in the street, it goes back to that twin sister shit. Now everybody out here thinking that it was us. Lo and behold, it's the apple juice people as the twin sister that's been taking the money in the first place to pay the rent.
And you know what? The U.S. would have to eat that because they can't admit that they're infiltrated. They can't come out and be like, actually, Israel hacked into our systems and they firing our weapons.
Nah,
and we can't stop them.
Nobody's gonna believe us.
Even if people did believe, they got so much pride and hubris. There's no way that they're gonna go out and admit some shit like that. You know how stupid you look? That you got on one account, they're telling you these motherfuckers are trying to hack your shit. They are trying to spy. And then you open the front door for them to come in and get some of your most sensitive material. And then what happens? They get the launch codes and stuff. They get authentication codes. These dudes can literally launch our missiles on, not only just missiles. I'm saying missiles all vaguely. They can launch ICBMs if they get deep enough into our system. You want to take that chance with a country that shows that they are as reckless as they are, that they bomb first and ask questions later. They don't give a damn. They just blow up, man. Oh, well, so what? We killed a couple of kids. We killed this. Oh, well. I think I might have got one of my guys I was trying to hit. You got people who operate like that. You possibly going to let them into using all your stuff. I don't know. It's like, okay, I'm cool with this one friend, but I know that this friend is very reckless and dangerous. Do you let that person come live in your house and go to work and leave them there unattended? Only a matter of time before your house becomes their house and they going in all your shit and using all your shit.
Yes, monogamously whorish. I love all of this. Yes, LOL. Is Israel monogamous or is Israel a whore? Israel is a whore. They're whores. They're monogamous. They're polyamorous whores. Okay, because at the end of the day, they the motherfuckers that come to you. Yeah, they the motherfuckers that come.
You
to
see what Michael put? Gosh.
Wrestle with pigs, get muddy. Tussle with Israel, get AIDS. No, I'm fucking with it. I was getting to that one too because it goes into it. Boom. So Israel is the ones that come to you and try to bullshit you into a monogamous relationship, right? Lo and behold, they out here fucking everybody in the city. Thus comes back to if you tussle with Israel, they'll give you AIDS because what you don't know is the motherfuckers that's still in their pockets, they done gave them prep. They ain't give us no prep. They just been raw dogging us from behind. And then one day we just wake up with a cold. And now we got AIDS. That's exactly what it is. And the day we wake up with a cold will be the day it is way too late. That's the best way I can describe it. It's already too fucking late.
You're already getting skinny.
We're already getting skinny. We done had this cold all summer. Nose been running from July to August, trying to figure out. It's already too late. They done already blew up somebody underneath our name. They done already took over too many fucking accounts. They done already done fucked up all your shit.
Yeah, you didn't care. You was like, oh, I got this little itch. This man, it kind of burns when I pee every now and then.
It's just a little orange juice, and that's Israel being a
I haven't drank enough water. That's what it is.
Talking about some, hey, all you need is a little orange juice. That's it. Israel out here giving out prep to everybody else, so they don't catch it. They don't catch. Oh no.
Maybe I need some more turmeric.
Shit.
My zinc is low. That's what it is.
Head ass. Please. The day Trump really lose his motherfucking marbles, let's see if Israel help with that. Somebody already next to him. Whoever be telling him to fire the people he be firing, I put money on it. It's Israel. If it's not Ivanka. That's what I think.
Okay,
I
but
think it
yeah,
might be
keep in mind, she basically.
Because like, what? Who is talking to this nigga?
Yeah, but I think that's the Alzheimer's going on right now. He just firing anybody who's not getting done with what he's like. I want you to fly with your legs. Be like, what, sir? I mean, that's impossible.
Hey,
I don't care. You're fired.
You ever notice how people with Alzheimer's will forget who the fuck you are, but they don't forget to be racist?
I watch Marco Rubio in a Senate hearing say, I've never seen Trump fall asleep, while Trump is literally snoring while he's talking right next to him.
Oh my God. I'm just saying. I love it. I don't know why people who got Alzheimer's and dementia, they forget. They will forget their kids' names, and they gave it to them, but they don't know how to forget how to be racist.
Did you see the video? Marco is like this. Yeah, I think we should work on joint communications and travel with this person and that person. And yeah, we can do it. Trump is literally right here. This was Trump.
Man, and watch they fucking fix their fucking mouth to say Trump won't sleep. He was just resting his eyes.
He didn't even use that excuse. He just like, I've never seen him sleeping. Hey, and then did you hear what he recently just did? He just did a fart in his sleep.
No.
We got a president falling asleep and farting on camera. Oh, hey, that's what I remember. That's what you used to do in the military. You be on watch, you nodding off, and you feel boots walking up on you. Look down like, oh shit.
I was just resting my eyes. What is on the floor? Yeah,
hey,
bro, you know how many times I done felt feet, and then I get to looking for something by my shoe. I'd be like, shit. Yeah, I just got bit by something on my leg. That's why I was looking down.
We'll be I had a friend who was Catholic, man. He would do like this. Oh, hey, how you doing, Chief? Yes, this is America. Fucking falling apart. The worst reality show ever. And that's another thing. How tall did Trump tell you he was? Trump said he's 6'3", right?
Hey, people with dementia be making shit up except they're racist.
I'm gonna look this up. How tall is, because I don't even think Bibi is over 6 foot. I don't think he's over 6 foot. Let's see. How tall is Bibi Netanyahu? Says he's 5'10". I don't think he's 5'10". I think they lying too. The images I've seen of that dude, he probably at least about 5'7", 5'8". Trump at best, squeezing every little centimeter I can for him. At best is 6'1". But yeah, this article right here. Oh shoot, Autris in the building. What's up, Autris? So let me read a little bit of this. And this came out June 5th. It says the Pentagon is increasingly concerned about the Israel. Let me start that over. The Pentagon is increasingly concerned about Israel ramping up its spying on the U.S., recently raising the counterintelligence threat level from America's top ally in the Middle East to the highest level, according to 2 U.S. officials and 1 former U.S. official. The Pentagon's Defense Intelligence Agency in recent weeks issued the new counterintelligence threat assessment amid rising tensions between Israel and the U.S. over the way forward in the war with Iran, the officials said. They said the DIA, I don't even know why they're talking about the DIA. Isn't she basically kind of like a lame duck right now? posted an internal message viewed by one of the current officials that raised the level for Israel to critical. Oh my goodness. I guess it's not going to matter because once she's out of office, they're just going to raise the threat level down and pretend it didn't happen while they do their cooperation agreement.
Exactly, because then it's gonna be on some shit where Israel espionage agent is gonna hush that motherfucker up, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, sorry, we misspoke. That wasn't a threat level. It's actually in the green."
Yeah, and here's another.
As they chlorophyll the dude in the back with a fucking napkin.
So I just thought about it. You found that article about the threat assessment level.
Yes.
I just did the one about the military integration, and they want to use it in the tech areas. Keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. We already know about the 82-100 and trying to remember. I can't remember the other programs off the top of my head. Pegasus and they had another one too. I can't think of right now. But I saw this little video I thought was handy. Shout out to our buddy Rick over there, Rick Solis. I saw that he had caught wind of this too. Let me show y'all this little video.
Ally for our enemies. If we act early, it can be exactly the opportunity that we need. After missing the boat with social media, AI is now becoming the dominant source of information, the main source of information. People trust AI more than anything else. They trust AI more than social media. They turn to chatbots like ChatGPT and Gemini instead of using Google, and young people use these bots instead of Google in very, very, very large numbers. So this is becoming the main source of information, okay? And so when I say this, I still find Jewish people being discouraged. They say, oh, but Wikipedia is already so anti-Semitic and social media is so anti-Semitic. Why bother? The AI just learns from all of this data. So, whatever, not much we can do, but that's not true. Because over the past 2 years, the AI companies have been moving towards alignment. So instead of the algorithm honestly representing what's in the data, we're finding that these chatbots and the text-to-image models are increasingly showing us exactly what the companies want us to see, okay? So it's becoming intentional, which means that instead of trying to control the whole world and trying to somehow manage what's happening in this big blob of Wikipedia and social media, we can go directly to the companies with clear technical and advocacy solutions. So for the first time, there's a path to correcting the digital world.
Thank you, Maya. Yeah.
It can become.
I figured I needed to stop that and let that breathe for a moment.
A lot. Wait, it's
a lot was said in there. A whole lot was said.
Alignment. That's such a wild adjective to use. Alignment. Sounds like you're forcing some niggas' hands. Sounds like you out here giving people AIDS and no prep.
The thing that she said that caught my attention is, like, we can't like try to control the whole world. We can just go, wait a minute, y'all were trying to? I mean,
AI starts with the same letters as AIDS. I just want to throw that out there. They just need to add a couple more consonants like Wheel of Fortune out this bitch. But anyway, it just sounds so wild. Yes. Fucking Transformers. Transformers was talking about how our government was transforming to fuck shit, and the Decepticons has already gotten it. Now we got computer AIDS and real AIDS.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this again.
These bitches literally said, oh, we just needed everybody to get into alignment. Because even though Wikipedia, which is pretty much free state, it's free to say whatever you want to say. You can change whatever you want to change up there. But because Wikipedia be saying anti-Semitic things that are true, but they're anti-Semitic, we just gonna come out and wipe out everybody so that everybody loves us. Because you know who wins? The people that write history.
I'm like, what is she reading in Wikipedia that she's defined Wikipedia as a whole as anti-Semitic?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like, what part? Like, what are you looking up? That's what I want to know. Also, keep in mind, Wikipedia is able to be changed by any random person who wants to donate. So, what is it that she's talking about? Because a lot of stuff I look up on Wikipedia literally ain't got nothing to do with the Jewish people at all. Like nothing, like zero most of the time. Most of the time, I'm looking up like a movie and the plot to this movie and comparing it to another one, or I might often look up a company or something like that and just see what they say. I don't trust everything. But who's really like, I might look up a celebrity and look up a birthday and kid and, stuff like that. Oh, where's this person from? Oh, I didn't know this person was from Bulgaria. Interesting. But what is... Yeah, Mossad and CIA are moderators on Wikipedia. So what is this woman talking about? It's like, it blows my mind to sometimes listen to some of these people and hear their perspectives on what they think is happening. It's mind-boggling to me. But here, I'll stop talking and I'll play it again so you guys can hear, because I think she said a whole lot of stuff in there we need to like pick apart.
A great ally for our enemies. If we act early, it can be exactly the opportunity that we need. After missing the boat with social media, AI is now becoming the dominant source of information, the main source of information. People trust AI more than anything else. They trust AI more than social media. They turn to chatbots like ChatGPT and Gemini instead of using Google. And young people use these bots instead of Google.
And this is now, there's something that I just caught on that I need to address. Yeah, people are using a lot of these chatbots more than Google because did you know Google is actually forcing people to use them?
Yeah, it'll open the app for you. It'll be like, oh, would you like to add this to the AI? And then it'll add it to the AI before it can give you your answer anymore.
Or it gives you your answer through AI anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's talking about, oh, these people are going to it. Honestly, it ain't people that they trust the AI more. Honestly, what most of the people are using AI for anyway is making like AI videos of something random, for entertainment purposes normally, or they use it for editing something, or they're using it for trying to rephrase something that they said so they sound more professional. It ain't being used for that much more stuff.
Or fixing your resume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make yourself try to sound more professional. You send an email to somebody and I want to make sure that, how do I sound more polished, but sound firm, but don't sound like an asshole?
I use it on my work computer to help me code switch. So I joke about the fact that I go, oh, there goes another 39 million gallons of water because I could not be a nigga in this email. I know it's fucked up to joke about, but that's what I do. Every time I use AI, I'm like, oh, another 39 million gallons of water gone. But it keeps me from having to literally lose my shit or my job because I have to code switch a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's some of the things that were in that Project 2025 about oh my god, it's like y'all see, I used to think that like they were these madmen that had these perfect plans to do. They don't. What it is you have all of these corporations which are paying all of these lobbyists to do favors for them. Now, they're only thinking about their corporation. I need to be able to dump this stuff wherever. I don't care what happens to people. Well, this other one over here, he's trying to grow plants. And this stuff is moving into his soil. He's like, crap, that's a problem for me. Well, it's going to cost me too much to extract it from the soil. So how can I get something that's going to grow in oily, crappy, toxic soil? I don't care if it passes down the effects to the people. Just give me something where my crops will grow and I keep selling it. And then he gets to the other person. Well, yeah, I can cook these products, but it's kind of affecting people. What medicine can we give them so it kind of just slows down the symptoms so that they don't die right away? And we kind of milk them over and over and over. And that's what's happening. One of them does something, it affects somebody else negatively. They find a workaround, but don't fix the negative thing and just keep passing on negative effect, negative effect, negative effect over and over and over on top of each other. That's why when I was looking at this stuff, they're talking about the data centers, some of the stuff that they're doing will make it harder to even be able to, relieve like all the heat that they're going to be putting out. And people thought that they had to worry about cows farting and planes flying all over the place with global warming or whatever, or climate change. These data centers are about to be way worse than that. But sorry, anything you want to say before I start it again?
No, because I'm still on the alignment line. That shit is crazy.
Oh, it's coming back around.
Well, in very, very, very large numbers. So this is becoming the main source of information.
Oh my God.
And so when I say this, I still find Jewish people being discouraged. They say, oh, but Wikipedia is already so anti-Semitic and social media is so anti-Semitic. Why bother?
It's not that everybody's anti-Semitic. You're thinking everybody's anti-Semitic. That's not what it is. It's what do you define as anti-Semitism? That's what it is. Oh, because the country you're from is blowing up and bombing and killing innocent people. Oh, that's anti-Semitic that you mentioned it. Well, if you define things on that term, yeah, then everything's super anti-Semitic. It's relativity in how you define things, and that's where you see all this anti-Semitism.
The AI just learns from all of this data. So, whatever, not much we can do, but that's not true. Because over the past 2 years, the AI companies have been moving towards alignment. So instead of the algorithms,
the AI companies are moving towards alignment, meaning one message. And who is the person who's been sitting at the top of a lot of these AI companies?
Netanyahu?
No. There's a certain company.
Oh, Oracle?
Oracle. Hell, the new system that they're doing for us to have to do at work is an Oracle system.
Well, I just found out, what's your face? Paramount about to shut down.
What do
They're
you
about
mean?
to shut down Paramount. They just bought them, just acquired them, and now they're about to shut them down.
So they're doing what they did with what companies used to do with the newspapers, I guess.
Yeah, buy them out and then close them out. Pack them up.
Well, they buy them out and then they shift all their debt onto them. That's what they would do. They would buy them. They would be perfectly fine newspapers, shift all the debt onto it, say it's insolvent, and then bankrupt that. And so their main money generating venture can keep going on, even though it was causing them a lot of debt and being run improperly. So even though we're running properly, what we're going to do is we're going to go and buy this properly run business. We're going to tank it, destroy it, get all these people fired. So we prop up this one where we've been running shitty all this time and dispose of our debt without ever doing things the right way.
sort of honestly representing what's in the data, we're finding that these chatbots and the text-to-image models are increasingly showing us exactly what the companies want us to see, okay? So it's becoming intentional, which means that instead of trying to control the whole world and trying to somehow manage what's
instead of trying to control the whole world, that phrase right there, I'm like, were you trying to control the whole world? Didn't you say that's an anti-Semitic slur that you and your people try to control the whole world, and you just talked about instead of trying to control the whole world? So are you implying that you were actually trying to control the whole world?
Marcus, it writes itself, bro. It fucking writes itself, bro. They are so bad at lying. You know how bad Jews are at lying? They're terrible. They're terrible at lying. They terrible. I mean, they're good at lying, but they terrible at it from fucking smart people. Cause like all they do, they literally tell you what the fuck they're gonna do. They tell you the master plan, and then be like, "That's not what we said." And then we be like, "No, that is exactly what you said." They be like, "No, it's not." And then they try to hit you with the Jedi mind trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love my mama to death. You know I do. You all know I love my Sonya. That bitch used to always tell me about the Jedi mind trick my whole life. We would do some shit. If I get caught in a lie, and she'd be like, "That's not what you said." I was like, "Yeah, that is what I said." She was like, "You ain't gonna do no Jedi mind trick on me." That was literally her telling
Like,
me I caught you in a lie.
this is not a white cup that I have in my hand. This is not.
It's not.
This is not a white cup that I'm drinking out of.
Stanley cup, but it's not a white cup. It's a Stanley cup.
This cup is a champagne glass.
Okay.
A clear one.
Okay.
Don't you see the crystals? Don't you
yeah.
see? Don't you see the brass around? Don't you see the brass around the rim of this?
You're right, Marcus. You're right. That's right.
Yes.
That's
Get your
what the fuck
story
they're
straight,
doing.
people. And then right after I said that and convinced you, be like, "Man, I love how sturdy this white cup is."
What? I thought you said it wasn't a white cup. I never said that.
I didn't say that. Don't you trying to put words in my mouth? Oh, I get it. Because we're not smart enough to think for ourselves. You gotta tell me what to think.
But what pisses me off, all she said this whole time, and I'm glad Thomas even brought that part up. It's like, how do we go from, hey, the internet is anti-Semitic. Now we don't want it to be as anti-Semitic, which means, okay, we don't want y'all to have freedom of speech, but we do want to let y'all have freedom of speech, but y'all just can't talk about us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Like, I want to control you, but I'm not controlling you.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna control you from not controlling
you. But then in the same breath, we're gonna make sure that all the AI is not letting y'all say anti-Semitic shit because it hurts our feelings. Because
So,
you know you gotta put our feelings into consideration. Hold on, let me finish.
I'm not gonna censor you, but only when I censor you.
Exactly. Exactly. And we're only going to censor you when we feel like it's really, really, really anti-Semitic, which is anything that's anti-Semitic. Because that joke that you think is New World Order and we're in charge of the New World, no, that's not the case. But we are about to give y'all a New World Order because y'all not going to be able to talk shit about us with the New World Order that we're not trying to do, but we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing it. Like what, bitch? Oh my God.
Even though my book says 15 steps to create the New World Order, I am not reading this book to create the New World Order, even though I keep paying people to do what's in this book. I'm like, do they even listen to themselves?
No, hell no.
I'm like, do you not hear the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Hey, the same AI that they don't like us using to talk shit about them is the same one they're using.
It's like, am I talking to a crazy person here? I actually am.
Happening in this big blob of Wikipedia and social media, we can go directly to the companies with clear technical and advocacy.
Yeah, you can go directly to the companies because of that alignment, right?
Because you own them already. Y'all been owning the media for how many years, bitch? Oh my God. Y'all own the media anyway. Y'all been owning Hollywood. Y'all been owning the news. No wonder y'all can go in there because it's your cousin. It's literally you knocking on the door, but like, hey, cuz, yeah, I need y'all really back. Yeah, we gave them way too much freedom of speech. Like, really, really back, big dog. Okay, thanks. I'll see you at the bar mitzvah. Uh-huh. The fuck?
See solutions. For the first time, there is a path to correcting the digital world.
Thank you, Maya. Yeah.
It can become.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all I had there. I mean, like, goodness. This is what we're doing here. Yep. We just woke up from a nap, Wesley. We're about
Hey,
to
Wesley.
wrap. But yeah, that's wild. It's so freaking wild. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Watch out
Till
for
you
the
got anything?
screwworm flies. Next week we're gonna talk about that since it's not ticks anymore. It's flies now. But
Or
nevertheless,
are they flies or are they spiral worms?
well,
Those are
there's
spiral
screwworm larvae
screw worms.
that turn into flies that pass this flesh-eating disease to things. So it turns into a fly. It's a screwworm larvae. Nevertheless, I need more research on it so that I can give y'all a full synopsis of how they're trying to take our beef industry down. I don't really quite know why they want to take the beef industry down, but they're doing it. I don't know. I'm worried.
So you can eat crickets.
And lab meats. You know what I'm saying? That lab meat shit. I don't know, man.
See
It's a
who's
lot.
winning the World Cup. I don't know. It's a little too early to be able to tell who's gonna win it. Isn't it people who are still trying to qualify to get in right now? Oh, wait a minute, that's FIFA. Well, yeah, I mean, no. I don't know. I'll just throw randomly out there. Who do I think will win?
Haiti. They
Not
moving.
not who you want to win.
No, I think they might. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. The Knicks about to sweep the Spurs. It's the year of the upset. Haiti.
I go with I don't know. I don't know. It's always a safe bet going with Brazil. Brazil or Argentina. Yeah, talking about soccer, Thomas.
Brazil or Argentina.
I think it comes down to Brazil or Argentina.
Fuck them. Fuck Argentina.
I know.
Argentina can suck my dick. I don't even see. Oh, hold on. They number 1 in Group J.
Yeah, as long as you got Lionel Messi, he stays healthy, and Ronaldo. It's honestly between those two.
Lies. Haiti is number 3 in Group C. I'm team Haiti all the way. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm team Brazil. That's what I'd be rooting for.
Backup. Yeah, because I wanted to go for Qatar, but then I can't go for Qatar because I can't. Y'all niggas is fucked up. Hashtag I ran for World Cup.
Wesley said North Korea upset. I don't think they let them play.
I went arts. You know what I'm saying? I ran probably. It's still Team Haiti over here. It's Haiti all day.
I think South Korea will just be happy if they beat China and Japan.
Haiti with the upset.
Well, if it happened, hey, you need to go to Kalshi right now. Start betting on it, Jill.
I can't. I'm not betting on shit. Got me out here fighting the air like Cuba Good Jr. Boys in the Hood. I'd rather not. Because that shit, I don't even know how these men keep. Y'all ain't got child support money, but y'all out here betting on grown ass men doing other grown men shit. That's crazy to me.
Well, that's why they trying to get more.
They're like, not pay their child support.
They like, hey, I ain't got that $400, but I do got 35.
Okay, I put the 35 on that,
and then maybe I can get the child support money. Which more than like you ain't gonna pay. You're just gonna bet even more on.
Exactly.
Terrible. I think it's gonna be the Knicks.
This
gonna be 6.
This one going. This the one right here. This the one.
Up there betting on the Stanley Cup, and it's already done.
Yeah, man. This the one right here.
Let's see.
Someone brought up a app called Polymarket. I thought it was a Mormon marriage app. It might be a Court Lord. It really might be.
Wow, that's a good one.
Polymarket. If not, make it into a Mormon dating app. That'd be kind of dope.
See what I just said? Everyone got OnlyFans money, but can't pay me back.
That's how it goes, bro. I ain't got it. Let me not get on it, because then that's gonna be a world full of
I
hurt.
don't know. Let us run out of these reserves, and this war keeps going on. Yeah, you might even be getting on there to be like, you know what? I ain't get my money, but maybe I can sell some feet pics or something.
Oh, by the way, if anybody needs to sell feet pics, I got about 3-4 different websites for you to get on to. If you got dirty draws that you need to sell, I got somebody that's willing to buy them.
Oh Lord, you already got buyers lined up. Oh wow.
Yeah, I really do. Hey, you never know. Times is hard. Okay, they like socks and drawers. Some like bras. Nevertheless, just let me know. Slide on my Instagram DMs and let me know what you need, how your bill's looking. I'll send somebody your way. The times is hard, man. People crazy. But yeah, next week I'll talk to y'all about them screw worms. I'll tell y'all about how the beef industry is trying to go under, and yeah. Oh, y'all, I'm going to see Kanye at the end of the month. I don't know if I told anybody. So I'll be in Tampa, Florida.
And I wonder
at the Kanye concert, crying, because that's like my #1 artist. That's my Michael Jackson and Prince. You know what I'm saying? To the girls of the 80s and the 90s is Kanye, because I'm gonna be in that bitch snotting and crying like a retard. Can't help it. Can't help it. I've never seen him in concert. I wanted to see him for a very long time. When I saw Tyler the Creator in concert, I instantly started crying on some like Stardom type shit. I don't even know where it came from, but I was like, wow. I know, and now I don't understand. Like I used to talk so much shit about the girls that would like faint and like get the balling at the Michael Jackson concerts, but I get it, because it's like, bitch, you're breathing the same air this nigga breathes right now. Like, it's crazy. But like, I know I'm gonna lose my shit when Kanye gets out on stage. Like, I'm a really, thank you, baby. I hope I can enjoy the fucking show and not cry and pass out like the motherfuckers. I'm gonna be sad, but like. Kanye is such a talented human, and then Roger Troutman from the Zap Band, his cousin is on his last album, so he'll be there too. So it's going to be a musically like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be really musically.
I don't know. Me after Prince and Michael are gone, man. It's like I can't think of nobody who's out that I'd be like starstruck like that to see at this point. Not for me, anyway.
Hashtag Prince birthday today. Hashtag my daddy birthday today. They share the same birthday, and my dad was not a Prince fan. My dad was a definite Michael Jackson fan. So I just
because when you're over a certain age, you kind of had to pick and choose. You got to be one or the other. But
him and Prince were born same day, same year. I just find that odd.
Yeah, but you say your father was 58, right?
He was born in 58.
Oh, he was born. See, that's why.
Oh yeah, he hated Prince. He didn't like the fact that they shared a birthday.
No, it's because those people who were born that much older, like 58, they were watching, Michael for so many years and grew up on Michael, and they came up like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Who the fuck is this
young
new nigga
over here? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it was, and especially his style was so different. People couldn't understand his style right away. I was fortunate enough to, by the time being in the 80s, it was, by the time I'm listening to music, actually understanding what they songs are kind of talking about is later 80s, where they didn't have that hardcore beef anymore. Because, I guess I was alive during the tail end of it, but anybody who wasn't like over 18 couldn't understand that whole beef they had from like 78 to like 81.
Kinsey boy. I see Janet Jackson in concert. I wasn't completely starstruck. I did cry a little bit because it was my mom's favorite artist, and I saw her the same Mother's Day I lost my mom. Like, I lost my mom 3 or 4 days before Mother's Day. And so when I went to Janet Jackson's Mother's Day concert out here, my mom had like floor seat tickets. And so I went in her place and I got to like watch Janet Jackson like in 1080p on like the third row. And so I just cried because like my mom would have really appreciated it. But she went to like 3 or 4 Janet Jackson concerts. And my mom used to cosplay as Janet Jackson. So it was kind of like I had her in my house all the fucking time. So I wasn't really starstruck when I saw Janet.
I was starstruck when I met Tina Turner.
You met Tina Turner?
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Oh my God. I would have loved to meet Tina Turner. I heard that bitch was crazy. Hey, Bad Cookies.
She was super nice though. Super, super nice.
The same joke I tell everybody when they tell me they're sorry. You didn't do it. You didn't make my mom tap out. She decided to put in PTO with God and piss me off. That's all. I'm trying to figure out who approved it.
In fact,
yeah.
I remember I was doing it was almost like volunteer work that I was doing. Ladarius, do you remember Sandstone Amphitheater? I'm not sure what it's called right now. But I was doing like some volunteer work, and I was like setting up like stuff in dressing rooms, like here this is the stuff that they ordered, just go put this in the room. And I did that for like 2 weekends or something. And it just so happened one of the weekends I was there, I was setting up Tina Turner's room. And I guess she got there earlier than planned. And she was like, relax. You know, everything is fine. It all looks fine. You trying to organize them bottles, baby. It's hot out here. Relax. I think I was like maybe 17, 18, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I was
Tom,
starstruck then.
The big payback. Yeah. I'm mad. I'm mad. I think that's what it is. Anyway, whatever song James Brown starts out and he goes, I'm mad. That's a fucking beef track. That's a diss track. That is literally James Brown's diss track. And I can't remember who he was dissing, but now I gotta find it.
Actually, Michael Jackson and Prince beefed together, Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Jackson and Prince had beef, and they had beef over. Thank you. It is the payback. Thank you, Wesley. Who was he talking about though, Wesley? Because that's a diss track where James Brown was mad as a bitch to somebody else,
and
he was talking about how he was fucking on somebody's girl.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Who is it for?
I'm telling you, if you want to see, there's like I've heard Teddy Riley and I've heard Will I Am tell the story about Prince and Michael beefing. I mean, it always cracks me up. If you want to find it, just look up Prince is a meanie. Prince is a meanie.
Boom. James Brown freestyled the payback, and it's a diss track to Harold Melvin of Harold Melvin.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes?
Yes, because Harold fucked on his girl, and he found out she cheated with Harold. That nigga went in the booth and gave that nigga the business on the mic. So there's your first diss track. James Brown was out that bitch rapping on the beat, telling niggas what time it was.
Beefing with Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Harold Melvin and the fucking Blue Notes.
Harold Melvin.
Wow.
Yes,
Yes, Wesley. Thank you. I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Yes.
Who else? Who else was? I'm trying to remember. Oh boy from the Temptations. He was beefing with the Temptations. David Ruffin. He was beefing with the Temptations.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
His ass showed up to a concert after he was out of the band and walked up on stage and took over the lead and started trying to sing as if he was taking shit over.
David Ruffin and the Temptations, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't
no Temptations without me.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I just want to let men know I use that on men. I use that a lot. Like, boy, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Boy, get out of here.
That's messed up.
I know. I be talking crazy to dudes. I keep a Roku. Ever since I put in my own hardwood floors, I keep a Roku remote in my pocket, and I just be telling men, like, watch your tone now. Let me mute you. Don't make me mute you now. Shh. Shh. Need you to shush.
Do I need to take your batteries out?
I swear, because I will pack you out. I'll pack you out, man. Hey, yo, I like the Black Eyed Peas before they got rid of the black girl in Black Eyed Peas.
You saw, before the Fergie days.
Yeah, before Fergie, when they was like still rapping about, systematic racism and shit. Then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they got so poppy. I forgot what the fuck their whole mission was.
Hey there, Will.i.am man.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I really do.
Talking about Quincy Jones.
Yes.
Hey there, Will.i.am man.
Prince is a meanie. Prince was a dickhead though, but he
was.
He pretty as hell. He could do that. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what you're supposed to do when you're pretty as fuck, but
did you see the one when he was talking about that there was noises in his wall?
No.
Yeah. Who was that was telling it? I can't remember. He's like, yeah, and then Prince gave his Prince showed up to the door with all satin pajamas on, with white heels, had a white do-rag on, and he was like, there's motherfucking voices come from my motherfucking wall.
He was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
That was a
it
nice
turns
way to
out
tell you shut up.
a crazy ass fan snuck into the crawl space behind his hotel room and was reading Bible verses to him while he was sleeping, trying to convert him. Wow. I could not imagine being that kind of famous that people do crazy shit like that to you.
I would never be, no.
And then speaking of other stuff, I tell you, my brother, he like ran into Mike Tyson once.
Oh my God. See, I want to be your brother because I want to run into Mike Tyson.
On a fluke. We were in Las Vegas and he was inside Caesar's we were in Caesar's Palace and my brother was inside the Armani store. And Mike Tyson just happened to be in there. And they start shutting down the store. And my brother was one of the few people who was in there before they start shutting down the store. He was in there shopping with him and his nephews.
That's crazy.
But I remember one of my uncles or whatever, he had like the VHS, like we're all standing right outside of it and zooming in. You see Mike in there, like, walking around the store, probably maybe what, 10, 15 feet away from him. But like my brother, like they all walked like right past him. My brother was standing there. And so I want to say since then, I was probably about maybe 14 when this was going on. My brother was probably like 12, 13.
Hold on. What was your brother's name? What's your brother's name?
Marcellus.
Marcellus. Because Marcellus Wallace ain't no bitch. I remember now.
Yeah.
I do shrooms with Tyson, but I need a tranquilizer, pew or something just in case. Shut the fuck up, Accord Lord. But I would love to do psychedelics with Mike Tyson as well and show him my tattoo because I have a Mike Tyson tattoo on my butt. And it has the acronym for I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. It's definitely not a pride tattoo to show and do, but it has the acronym of that sentence like on a ribbon underneath a like cartoonish kind of anime version. It's kind of realism of him flipping the fuck out like with the gold tooth and him pointing. And yeah. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. That's my fucking shit. That motherfucker right there, I was like, oh my God, this man is insane. I remember when that shit dropped and I was a kid. I was like, whoo, he is upset. But that was also the same week that he had that interview with, I think, Barbara Streisand, whatever that lady is.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, on 60 Minutes, right? No,
Barbara
Streisand's
Walters.
singer. Thank you, Walker. Yeah, she fucking was
Walters.
like, she was like, hey, you know, what do you just got out of prison for RAYPT? How do you feel about it? He was like, well, I should have RAYPT'd the bitch if I was gonna do the time.
Facts.
And I didn't blame him for that shit. I felt that, and I was like, that's how you know he innocent. That's how you know a man is innocent. He was like, well, I should just go back and do it now because you can't get me twice for the same shit. So I should have did it.
Don't tell Mike that. He'd be tracking this woman down tomorrow.
Man, he could have already found her stupid ass. But yeah, me and my Mike Tyson tattoo, y'all. Mike Tyson's my spirit animal. I love Mike Tyson. I really do. I have a sweet spot for him. He could be my kid's goddad if I cared. Teach my kid how to play with pigeons. Sorry, y'all. We need to wrap up. I'm sorry. We just talking shit now. We just talking shit now.
That's one of these days we'll just have a
talking shit
we just tell y'all our crazy stories.
Ooh, child, I got a lot of them. Y'all really gonna want to come
So
talk
do
to
I. Yep, so do I.
At one time in band camp.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm playing. I ain't never go to band camp, y'all.
Yeah, she did the flute without band camp.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she played it like Lizzo.
Sorry, I love SpongeBob references, y'all.
And I bet Teal would love Mike Tyson's Mysteries. Yeah.
I watched all of them. Have them on DVD. I love Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh, that reminds me of talking about meeting somebody. I saw this one video. I don't know. I don't know if y'all see it out there. You remember Sounds of Blackness?
Yeah.
This lady working in the store, she was playing the album. They just so happened to be in her store and started singing for her. Now, it wasn't all of them, but it was at least like 10, 15 of them.
Your head to the sky.
Yep, that's what they were singing.
Because it's Black History Music Month this month. BT Dub.
I don't know. I've been just staying on my Michael.
I heard you said you were listening to Heartbreak Hotel. That's my favorite Jackson 5 song.
That's what I was listening to earlier before the show.
That motherfucker was telling the group, I'm out, bitch. I'm about to go solo. So y'all better get this last little slapper.
And then I think I love the Liberian Girl because so many people have used that cover and so many other songs that I like.
Liberian Girl.
I remember when I realized, like, wait a minute, this is a cover. So many other songs I listened to and didn't realize they were a cover. Why come I can't remember that one which Boyz II Men and LL Cool J sample for Hey Lover.
Hey Lover. That's one of my favorite. Hold on.
I can't remember the name of the song.
It's on the Thriller album. Don't worry, I got
Yep, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm like, what's the name of that song?
Lady of My Life.
That's it.
Because that's my favorite Michael Jackson song is Lady of My Life. Lady of My Life. Yep.
I don't know, low key, I've been starting to like Dirty Diana more and more because I think about like what was going on between him and Diana at the time, and I don't know, I guess the background story.
Fuck Diana Ross.
Exactly.
Punk ass hoe. Hoe ass bitch.
And it's weird because it was Michael channeling like some Prince in that video.
Yes. Because if you know about his song, Darling Nikki.
Oh, goodness.
There you go. If you think about Prince's song, Darling Nikki, compared to Dirty Diana, just listen to both of those songs like back to back. Because it low-key sounds like Prince's point of view of watching this bitch be terrible. And he's like, well, Mike, I tried to tell you about this bitch, but we was beefing so bad I couldn't really tell you about this bitch, but just saying. Now I got you. Now look, I was a music, my minor is in music composition.
You know that and you know he took the beef so far that he used to try to mess with his sister.
Who?
Prince was trying to mess with
who,
Latoya.
Jan? Oh, he picked the worst sister to fuck with then.
Well, not back in the day.
Well, she was the thought, yeah.
Back in the day, but at least she was good looking before she started messing with her
With her
face.
face, yeah. Damn, I feel sad for Reba. How come Reba don't ever get no Reba don't get no love, bro?
I found out something that I did not know about the Jacksons. Do you know how many of them actually had songs that were on the charts? Like
Just about
solo?
all of them. Yeah, just
Damn
about
near all of them. Damn near all of them have a song that's on the charts.
Yeah, but Michael just blew them niggas out of the water.
Yeah, Michael and Janet. Janet's like not even half of what Mike was, and
No.
she's still blowing the rest of them out the water.
Yeah. Like I
Jermaine
said,
was the next most successful after that, and then what was it? Probably Reby.
well, I feel bad because like Reba don't ever get no love though.
She had her couple of songs.
Yeah, I know.
They're
but
weird, but I mean,
I be thinking like, don't do her like that though. She's no fucking weird.
you know, them songs was weird.
Hey yo, Janet Jackson's Velvet Rope, crazy album. I can listen to that album from beginning to end. Mariah, don't even get me started on it. We gotta go, okay? Because we'll be going all night long. We don't stop. Yes, because Chris H, my mom used to cosplay Rhythm Nation because she was a Marine and she looked the fucking part. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my mama back in the day, and hopefully I can find her Rhythm Nation picture so I can show y'all like that, man, down to a T. My mom looked like Janet down to a T. She had long black hair just like her too. Yeah, man.
You sounded like Quincy there.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's
All
gonna
right.
it's gonna fly, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Yep. On that note, hey, go out and go see the Michael movie.
This is not a
That's right.
paid sponsorship from the Michael Jackson Foundation or their.
This ain't paid, but I mean, no. I'll say this though. Keep in mind what it is.
It's about
Keep in mind what it is. It's basically to get you back into, reminiscing on old Mike and going out and go buy some albums. That's what it's mostly for.
And if you
But
do
hey.
go buy some albums, support your local music places. Okay, support the mom and pop music and vinyl stores, and don't let it be Asian. I will say that. Stop supporting Asian. Stop supporting them small mom and pop Asian places because they don't give a fuck about you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, y'all.
That's a
Check
great
out-
note to leave it on.
Check out AM Wake Up tomorrow with Steve. I might be able to pop in depending on how many meetings I got at work. If not, catch us next Sunday. Willing and
All right,
dealing.
Joe. Peace.
There is discrimination in this world, and slavery and slaughter and starvation. Governments repress their people. Millions are trapped in poverty, while the nation grows rich, and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfection of human justice, the inadequacy of human compassion, our lack of sensibility towards the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moment of life, that they seek as we do, nothing but the chance to live out their lives in purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can.